You're loud.
Those
Like,
green things.
User
a lot
joined
of
your
them.
channel.
Yeah. You can adjust Sergeant Gray's volume in TeamSpeak.
Bravo,
you might
ready
want
to
to drop
check
it.
134.
Like,
Lima Charlie 134.
I have it down like 6 dB. You come
Radio
across
check
a little
134.2, Bravo.
louder than other people.
You come across a
Sergeant
little quiet, so I have you up 8 dB.
Gray. There you go.
Hey, go
That
Blue
was
Grinch.
really mean.
Gerlach.
Hey, what's up?
There you go.
Hey,
How you doing
Thompson,
today?
want a condition?
Great.
I did.
That's interesting.
We're like I said, we're full up, but you're welcome to come along if you want.
34, this is Mike, radio check on frequency 134, over.
Mike, got you. Lima Charlie 134.
Yeah, that's Spears.
Copy out.
LT's coming in. Now's your chance.
Yeah, do it.
Now's your
No
chance.
balls. We're in the
Who-
field.
No
Do it.
balls.
No balls, do it.
Who's the one that's not here yet?
Shahan?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh,
Okay.
Chowhan. Okay, yep, you're Delta.
Chowhan.
Okay. I was just making sure because I thought we were full. I don't know who this guy is, by the way, for anybody.
That
can
is
see him.
Imhotep, the god of
Yeah, I can't get rid of him either. So he's our mascot.
Fuck, did my frame
Perfect.
drop off the face of the
Hey
earth?
station on this net, this is your lack radio check on frequency 134.2, over.
Oh, I know I did. Yeah, I got you.
Red Path, how many bandages do you have
Kevin.
now? After
Yeah,
the
sorry. I'm trying to
Perfect,
fix
okay.
something.
Alright.
So that's CLS plus the extra.
Oh, no, that's not
right?
right.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, shit. Hang on one, Mike.
Op 4 is friendly, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice.
Did we
out
really just,
Oh, nice.
just scare up the XO?
there.
Are you surprised
No, he said
at
he's
all?
gonna be right back.
Okay.
Probably got an issue or something he's trying to fix. All right, so we're just waiting on Chowhan. So yeah, so take a minute. Check your Ace Interact menus if you're loaded. Fucking Condition 4 because we're on FTX now. Good shit though. Everybody being here a little bit early. So we'll take a second, just get our shit sorted, and wait for our last couple to come in.
Hey everybody,
Check
welcome
your medical
to
menu.
the Havoc 3-4 training. This
If
is
you
my
guys didn't hear
actual...
the PSA earlier. I know I made a little link, but if you
Squad?
don't normally
Sorry?
carry 30 to 40 bandages, I would highly suggest doing it. Apparently, the Ace fix makes it so we have to go through quite a few more now.
So I'm in my normal
So
billet
until we
as
get that
the
sorted out,
assistant
my suggestion
to
is
Sergeant
just
Lyon
carry a few
in
extra
Havoc 3-4
until we
Charlie.
kind of figure out what that number needs to be.
I like that it comes out of the medic's bag now. That's much,
Yeah.
much.
It's awesome. It really helps with the CLS.
Radio check 134.2. Bravo.
Boss is good like a read them Charlie on frequency 134.2, over.
Sergeant Lyon, if I confirmed your radio check, do I need to also do a radio check?
No.
Okay.
That's getting you to respond, Lima Charlie. I mean, getting you to respond. So if I initiate it, me
Yes.
clearing,
Copy.
saying copy out after you acknowledge, that
Copy.
ensures
Path,
that it's
if you
working
can
both
go
ways for both
This
of us.
entire FTX
Roger
session
that.
without an ND, I will buy you a pizza. I'll have it sent to your house.
Aha.
Who are we sending pizza to?
Something.
Red Path, if you can go this entire FTX cycle without an ND. I am.
Oh, wow.
Remember when Captain Soto used to offer a pizza for anybody who took out a Tunguska during an op?
Yeah. Yeah. I tried really hard. I tried shooting one with a 240 one time. I wanted that fucking food, but I just couldn't do anything to it. No, actually, I just shit my pants and called for Sergeant Lyon.
Sergeant Lyon.
I think that was possibly the most
Tunguska's peeing on me.
challenging shot I ever took out was the one that took out the Tunguska that earned me a pizza. Unfortunately, it also set off a chain reaction that destroyed the prisoners that had been taken.
Are you talking about up in the
So
castle?
win-win.
Yep.
I mean, when it comes to pizza, though, I think that's acceptable
Yeah,
losses.
Wasn't that me, Lieutenant Tell?
I believe that was.
Yeah.
At least I remembered anyway. I gotta go off comms for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Was
I,
it me
I
that
will be right
cut
back
and
as
killed?
well
Hell
while Joanne gets loaded in. I'm just grabbing a drink real quick.
So is the general immersion rules, since we're kind of testing out some new mods and some stuff, are those kind of a little bit lax? Like if...
It's more lax in training.
Well, what I mean to say is, like, Private Thompson dropped that ammo box on the ground and then hovered a
so
good
I-
3 feet above it for about 30 seconds. I don't know if we should be pointing that stuff out right now or not. For
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
godlike.
game-breaking bugs are the big concern when after you get an update. Stuff like shit that you can just ignore and it's not gonna, break the game. And just ignore it.
copy.
Yeah, if you're getting the errors where it's like you're missing a texture or something, don't worry about it.
John, do you need a
As long as you're not getting an error in the chat. Right? That's what we're talking about.
No, we were talking about flying above ammo.
Chowhan, do you need a loadout?
Oh.
Negative.
Okay.
Just saving one.
I mean,
Yes,
think
I've
about
had-
how. Sorry, go ahead.
Not good.
Just how many times is someone sitting on a box of ammo going to be an issue? Not really a thing that you have to worry about.
Are they hoarding it?
I missed the context, but I do know those explode.
We should we should submit a formal request to change PFC Thompson's name to Donkey Kong.
Why is that?
He's got a banana horde.
Really. Gray, step forward. No, red pet. God damn it. You put them all in your vest, didn't you, little fuck?
I don't know what you're talking about.
134.4 over.
I just heard something about a banana horde, and I'm very.
No,
concerned
I
about
have
that.
no bananas. It's not a full arsenal.
Roger.
I don't have any bananas.
Sorry. I'm
I
talking-
genuinely don't know where the banana fucking comment came from.
But I that was being weird.
Yeah, that never happens.
Trying to sow
Well,
discord in our ranks.
I mean,
Yeah.
makes sense. I'm not gonna fault him.
Well, it's always you with
No,
the bananas.
I would go
All
to
right,
you, yeah.
Potassium.
so we got everybody ready to go. Delta's giant, all good. And
Alpha's
push
good.
green when you get a chance.
Bravo's green. Brenizzle.
Charlie Green.
Beers, now's your chance.
Delta's ready.
All right. Welcome to the FTX 3-4. A couple things, just housekeeping, just to go over quick. I know I made a post in our forums about it, but the new Ace Medical is different. We were just screwing around here a little bit about an hour ago. So I think I told everybody this, but grab a few, normally grab 10 extra bandages or something in your loadout. That's kind of what I've heard so far is we're going through quite a few more bandages. So until we figure out what the number is, I would suggest carrying a few extra. The other thing too, if you carry a sidearm, Lieutenant Tell, you can probably enlighten me a little more on this, but start switching your loadouts out to the SIG. I think we're still authorized to carry both, correct?
That's correct. You are authorized still at this point to carry. You talking the Beretta. You're
Yep.
still authorized to carry. But yes, it's going to go away. So just go ahead and just get it done.
Yep. So take this time, start switching our loadouts when you guys get time, because I know we've been rebuilding a bunch of them. If you rebuild them, go ahead and start switching everything over to the SIG, because my guess is in 6 months the Beretta's going to be gone. Excuse me. There's one other thing I had that I forgot to write down, so of course I can't remember it now. I guess it's not important. So today we're gonna work on a little bit. We did convoy during our last phase of the deployment. We got some new guys that haven't been exposed to that yet, so we're gonna do a little bit of convoy ops, just unarmed convoy behind us here, to get us around the map a little bit. And this is the new FTX map, or our new deployment area for training. So I figured we could take a little drive around, kind of get a lay of the land a little bit, and whatnot. That was the other thing. You're absolutely correct. Yep, and we'll get a little lay of the land, do a little grenade course because we were messing with that, and then we'll do a small section of Mout, get a little live fire time. The thing I forgot was with changes to the Ace Medical, CPR no longer is going to just keep people alive forever. So if you start pushing CPR, it just gives them a heartbeat, which is more realistic, keeps blood circulating. I believe, if I remember right, when I read the note that Sergeant Hardman put in the medical section, that you have about, I think it's 2 to 3 minutes once you go on, like,
3.5.
yeah, 3.5. Okay, thank you. Once cardiac arrest starts, so basically your heart stops beating before you go KIA. So CPR will help with that, but if they've lost so much blood, it's not like it used to be. It used to be, if I interpret it correctly, is it basically was like giving a random like 0 to 50 number of blood, right? And so you could basically just keep somebody alive with it. So anymore, CPR is not just going to keep people alive. You have to bandage them up. And I believe it doesn't do anything if they have and correct me if I'm wrong, if they still have extremities in critical condition. So you have to bandage them up before you start it.
So, yeah, let me interject if there's aren't. So on this, guys, you need to do CPR if somebody's down, if they've not gone into what's considered stable condition. So for those of you who have experience with advanced medical, which we don't use, we're never going to use, but for those of you who have experience with it, it's kind of similar to that. ACE is basically trying to force the medical side of this to become more realistic. So if somebody does not have a heartbeat and they've been down for 3.5 minutes, they die. Period. End of story. So that said, is you come across somebody who's down, you need to be immediately starting CPR. CPR should get their heart rate back going up, at which point then they'll be coming up. The other part of this is that we've also changed it to where Epi now administers CPR. Yeah, don't ask about realism. So with that being said, somebody gets stuck with Epi, they'll come up. Now the thing of it is too, is that with this, a person will generally, once they are stable and their pain is not in too severely ridiculous levels, they will wake up on their own. Is another thing to understand on this stuff. But just going forward, make sure that if you come down across somebody who's down, you don't know how long they've been down. First thing to do is get somebody on CPR. That has got to be top priority, or else they will die.
Yep. Yeah, and to reiterate too, just on what Lieutenant said, so the heartbeat thing, if their heart stops, so CPR at this point doesn't give blood anymore. It simulates them having a heartbeat, so it will keep them alive.
Hey,
if I'm correct, if I interpret that correctly.
I'm not sure which green guy you're talking about, yes. But
copy. Red Path, go ahead.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Corporal Cannon?
It's been a while since I've performed CPR. How do you perform CPR again?
So, like if you really quickly just ace interact on Sergeant Gray, bring up the medical menu. If you click on his chest, I believe it's the second one from the right. I'm trying to remember which one it is. If I'm in there, I could tell you. Hang on. Oh, I can't give it to myself. So
it looks like an EKG readout.
Yeah, it's the. You have to be interacting with their chest to be able to do it.
Copy.
The other way, if you don't want to go through the medical panel, the medical screen, is interact on their, and then select torso, and you should get a CPR option.
Yeah, you have to be on their torso though to get that option. Just like you have to be on an arm to administer a drug, an arm or a leg.
Thank you.
Also, I just posted in chat for you guys to see later on. You can read it later, as far as the post that Sergeant Bird was just referring to, that Sergeant Hardman made about this. So feel free to read that at your leisure to make sure you guys understand what's going on.
Yep, I also posted that in the 3-4 squad section, so if you didn't get a chance along with the mod updates, it's in there too if you're having trouble finding it. So any questions on that? The other thing too that this is going to change, and just be aware of it, when you take a wound, say in your arm, just because it's bandaged up and patched up, it doesn't necessarily go away right away, so it will affect your aiming a little bit, your sway. If you take one in the leg, I believe it affects that as well. So there are some lingering effects until it kind of has time to quote-unquote heal. So that's something else that we'll do. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Like I said, this training's kind of when we get to the live fire part, as part of that, we'll be kind of getting used to the new ACE medical system because it's a really big change. So, Khaki, you're probably going to be really fucking busy today.
Yeah, I know that.
Yay.
It's
All
good
right.
that we are training.
Yep. That's why we practice. So, if there aren't any more questions on ACE medical, anybody else?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negatives.
Copy. All right. So, one thing that I realized I hadn't done since we got a bunch of new people is we haven't really worked on convoys a whole lot because we weren't using them a lot during the last deployment. So, for those of you that don't know, when we get in a convoy net is 5-0. So if you're a driver or a gunner, usually we'll work out who's going to be on the radio. One of the first things you're going to want to do, both of you are going to want to get on 5-0. One of you puts it on your headset. That's the person that's talking to them. The other person puts it on speaker. We'll go over that when we get in the VIX, so that everybody in the VIC can hear. Now, today we're using unarmed VICs because we're going to leave them out for a detachment to come pick them up, so just the driver is going to be dealing with it, and you can just leave it on headset, but I want you guys to know how to do it, so that if you have to do it, obviously we're all fairly proficient. The other thing with the VICs is when you get in to use the long-range radio in the VIC, to get that radio open instead of control and Papa, it is Alt and the Papa key. That brings up your interaction for the long-range radio. The same thing for talking. Your primary channel, which is 5-0, if you're by default set to caps lock to talk on your primary channel, I believe it's Alt and caps lock keys up the long-range radio instead of your radio.
Or control caps lock. One of them's the default.
Yeah, it depends. I think I have mine set to Alt. I might have changed it.
I believe the default is control.
Okay, so the default's control. I believe I changed it just because it confused the fuck out of me. But so today we're gonna get a little bit of practice with that, how to set up radios. The other thing is when we're in a convoy, the only people who call out turns are the first and last vehicle. Everybody else just does their radio check as, Vic 1, Vic 2, Vic 3, but once we're actually moving, unless the line is, broken, if it's, say, a civilian Vic cuts in between Vic 2 and 3, Vic 3 will call that out so that the convoy commander can make a decision based on that as far as what to do, whether we're going to herringbone, whether the lead element's going to stop, etc. So I want us to get a little practice today, so we're going to do a couple of short convoys while we get ready to go, just to get around the map. And like I said, this will let us see a little bit of the terrain we're dealing with, a lot different than where we came from. So if any questions on the convoy net portion of it, I'm mainly looking at the assistants here, because you guys are going to be the ones driving most of the time.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay.
Negative, Sergeant.
Everybody's good on that. All right, so what we're going to do, I have a grenade range set up. If you open up your maps, I got some turns marked. We're going to jump in the VIX. I'll just jump in one of them. We're going to do our convoy radio checks and just drive down to that point. I'll call for a herringbone. Obviously, the other rule of convoy that I didn't bring up, anytime we herringbone or stop, everybody but the driver and gunner get out. We're only going to have 2 guys in there, but that's something, just always remember that anytime we're in a VIC. If the VIC stops, get out and start pulling security. And if we're in armed VICs, even the driver, you can get out, just stay next to the door so that you can provide security and shoot, but you can get out and shut the engine off because the engines are really annoying.
Sergeant Bird.
3-4.
Yep, send it. Sergeant Line, go ahead first.
You said you marked some turns on here. Did you mark them in global?
Oh.
I'm not seeing them.
Stand by.
You're not in our group.
Yeah, you did them in command. Yeah.
Yep.
Disregard, that's what I was going to ask as well.
No, you're just special.
Are they popping up now?
Yeah.
Starting to?
Affirm.
Yep, my bad on
yep.
that. All right, everybody can see that.
Roger, Sergeant.
Roger.
Okay, hang on, I'm just pulling the other ones up because otherwise I'll forget and then we'll get lost. All right. All right, so that was everybody's question, right? Nobody's got a question on the vehicles. How we're gonna do this?
Correct.
All right, so let's go ahead. Let's have, I guess, just get in it by team. So let's have Alpha. We'll have you in the first pick, Delta in the last pick. Everybody else. I want the assistants driving.
Sergeant Bird.
Yep.
You want Charlie in the last pick? Just, so that...
No, we're just convoying. Just everybody pick a different pick. That's all I care about. Just each team in a pick. team leads, make sure you're helping your guys get set up. I'll ride in the first Vic with Alpha.
Bravo copies. Yep. All right. So go ahead and hop.
So, Alt Papa,
Got it. I'm looking at the long range.
and you can just set it to 50. And enter. And then do a radio check. We are Vic 3.
You can do it for now while I'm getting set up.
We're 3-4.
Copy. It would be Convoy Command. This is Vic 3. Frequency 50 is only for Convoy, so you're calling for Convoy not. But yeah, got you, Lima Charlie, Vic 3.
So do I need to put this on
Convoy
speaker then?
Commander, this is Vic 2.
You
Radio
can,
check
yeah.
on frequency 50 over.
Vic 2, Lima Charlie 50.
Copy out.
How do I do that?
One of the buttons on there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. It says left and right. Alright, I can see that. Oh, speakers. Here we go.
There you go. I hear it.
Combinet, this is Vic 1, radio check on Combinet.
It's radio check on 50. It's the frequency you're on, but I got you, Lima Charlie on 50.
Copy out.
So send it again, Vic 1.
This is Vic 1 on frequency 50, radio check, over.
Vic 1, Lima Charlie 50.
Convoy Commander, this is Vic for radio check on frequency 50 over.
Vic 4, got you, Lima Charlie 50. Alright, Convoy, break. Let's go ahead and get started up, get ready to move.
But we should not have to call out any turns or anything.
Copy that. I haven't driven in a while. Isn't there a keybind to bind it so it goes a set speed?
Yeah, it's... I think it's backslash on your numpad.
Okay.
So you get up to the speed you want to go, then you hit the backslash key. That sets that as your maximum speed, and then when you hold the gas down, it'll only let you go that fast. Let's open it up. Let's get two 18-wheelers between us and the next Vic.
Copy.
Two semis. And you can turbo up a hill with
Convoy,
shift,
let's set our
hold
speed
shift.
around 50 kilometers an hour.
Vic 2, copy.
Vic 4 copies.
There's one more behind us, right?
Yes.
Vic 1's taking a right. And an immediate left.
Oh, this is pretty here.
Vic 1's taking another
Yeah,
left.
this is lovely. Beats the hell out of all that sand.
Yeah. Good. Good spacing, just like this.
Last Vic, make sure you're calling your turns out.
This is... transmit that we're leaving the last...
I'll copy Vic 4.
Vic 4 copies. Vic 4 just on left.
Alright, I don't have enough fingers. I need to quit hitting the keybinds for a second.
Taking right at the intersection.
Copy. Let's slowly lead 3 down then. Let him catch up. Bring it down to 30 until he catches up.
2 copy.
Last Vic copy.
Copy. Vic 1, Herring going up to good fish.
Last Vic right.
It sounds like the quality on the long range is pretty terrible.
2 copies here.
Maybe. We're herringboning here. Herringbone left. And get out. Subsecurity. We have not been ordered to lock and load yet. We're just going to the grenade range, but still.
Copy.
Charlie copies. Bravo copy.
Delta, roger.
You good?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
You good?
Red path.
Unknown
Get
right
in,
now. We're
shut the
probably
engine
just
off.
gonna push up to this the grenade range off to our
With
south.
your mouse wheel, you scroll down until there's an engine off. But get it. You gotta get in the Vic. Shut. Yeah, Alpha, help. Yeah, there you go. Is having some trouble shutting the engine off. All right, rally on me 3-4.
All right. Rally up.
All right, let's push across the street. You're rallying on actual. Delta, roger.
This is Charlie. Did not copy. Say again.
Just railing on my position, Charlie.
Copy. Rally on them.
Somebody's got their shit on speaker.
Yeah, it's me. Are we talking on who now?
On the radio. On your regular radio, don't change out the speaker, like ever. That's really annoying hearing yourself. Alright, so just a couple things. Somebody called out when the spacing started getting bad. Like, if it's going too fast, obviously do that. Make sure we're calling out on that first and last Vic when they're making their turns. I had to call for that, so that's why we're practicing. We're going to be doing this again. So the next time we do it, let's just make sure we're checking that, because the first and last Vic, the only thing the convoy commander really needs to know is where that gives them an idea on spacing. So when you didn't call that out, I had to look, but just try to make sure on that. And if we need to slow down, obviously call for it, because the back end was having some trouble keeping up. But other than that, we'll hopefully fix that in the second low convoy portion. If y'all will follow me though quickly. So for when you gather around, so for this portion, I got a little grenade range set up both sides of the street. We can break up into teams. There's targets, obviously, behind stuff, in stuff, different things, elevation. You get down on the left down there, some windows and stuff. If you guys haven't done it for grenades, I suggest, I believe it's the ACE interaction menu. It's advanced throwing. I believe it's shift and golf by default. It gives you a little idea of where you're going to throw, basically like a line where it's going to go. It kind of gives you an aim point if you need to make a precise throw. Also lets you change the way you're throwing, so if you want a high throw, low throw, etc. And I believe, and I had this earlier, Sergeant Lyon, I know you know the key. What's the key that changes your default throw, like if you just hit G twice?
7. Oh, I'm sorry. Say again? Your default.
Like if you want to drop a grenade. Is it H?
Honestly, I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, I can't remember. Stand by.
8.
8. It's 8. So 8 changes. So if you hit 8 right now and cycle it, you'll see your cycling throw precise, drop, normal, high. Make sure you're never on drop. That normally never comes off of a normal throw. If you have it, equip a smoke grenade really quick. If you want to just go through it, if you hit shift and golf, make sure you have a smoke grenade equipped. You should have a little dotted line that'll appear and a little mouse wheel dialogue. Is everybody tracking on that?
Affirm.
Affirm, Sergeant.
Okay, so if you scroll, that will bring you through your different throw modes. So high, low, drop. I think it only go high and normal, but it'll give you a little different way to do it. And it also gives you a dotted line as far as where you're intending to throw. That's kind of hyper accurate, kind of realism breaking, but as somebody that's played baseball, like I could hit that target, so it's kind of realistic. But for the purposes of ARMA, it really helps out, especially. Sorry, just hit right click to cancel so you don't actually chuck. But if you're trying to throw it on in a window or a very small confined area, helps out a little bit. So what we're going to do for a little bit, these boxes all have grenades in them. I think there's like 40 or 50 in every box, so there should be plenty. We're just going to break off into teams. So we'll get, let's say, Alpha Delta on the left side of the street, Bravo Charlie on the right. We'll give them some room to get started, and we'll just work down each station. So each bunker, each house, building, window, if you need a couple tries to get a little practice. But the idea here is just get some practice throwing frags. Obviously, get down behind your sandbags because some of these are pretty close. So make sure we let everybody get a little bit of spacing and just work on throwing grenades. There's targets set up that hopefully should go down when you... I believe the pop-up targets go down unless that changes when a grenade goes off. That'll tell you kind of the area of effect you're having, especially when you get down to these houses. There's some guys, if you get it in the right spot, you can get like 3 or 4 of them with one throw. So I just wanted to go through this because we did have a few questions on it over the past week as far as grenade usage and whatnot. So I figured it'd be a good little refresher and it's kind of fun. So who had a question? I saw one there. Was that Private Khaki?
I think Lieutenant Tell had a comment as well. 3-4.
Okay, Lieutenant, if you had something, go ahead.
Hey, Firm, one other thing to recommend for you guys as far as your key binding goes, strongly recommend you change your grenade throw from G to double G to where you have to double tap it. That can save you from throwing a fucking frag at some point when you're not meaning to.
Yep. And actually, let's go through that. Does everybody have that set up already? If you don't have that set up, stand up. Everybody tracking on that? You got to hit G twice.
From Sergeant.
So if any of you throw a fucking smoke grenade or anything during this FTX, I don't want to use Lion when we're lining up.
Lion?
That'd be me, Sergeant Bird.
Yeah. All right. If ever you need to figure out how to set that up, because I know like some of us just reinstall their hard drives, I can go through that with you. But if everybody's good with it, we'll skip it if you already got it all set up. So let me really quickly just move the vehicle away a little bit so we don't accidentally blow our truck up.
Red Path does have an arm. He'll probably hit it.
Oh, and I think, all right, just a reminder, Private Khaki had a question as well. Sorry.
Yep, Private Khaki, go ahead. Sorry, I almost forgot about that.
Thank you, Sergeant. I just wanted to ask, as medics, we don't carry grenades, so should I take the training also?
Yeah. It's fucking smokes are just as important as frags, so just grab some out of the boxes. We'll go through last. I'll go through with you.
And to clarify, Private Khaki, you are authorized to carry stun flashbangs, so you
Thank
don't
you.
carry frags.
Okay, I already have. I have them.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, but even still, this is handy for smokes too. Like if you say I want to put a smoke right between 2 trees over there, you know, this will fucking. It's pretty accurate. So. It's good for everything. We're just practicing with frags because they blow up and they look cool.
Copy that.
All right, so everybody good? No more questions?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative,
Sergeant.
Negative.
Let's go ahead and, if you're not Alpha, I guess we'll start with whoever wants to start first. So if Alpha and Bravo want to get it started on each side. And when we get down to the other side of the road, give it some room for everybody to get through, and then we'll switch and come back on the opposite side so everybody gets every target.
You guys want to go first?
Yeah, if you want to be right behind us, we'll just all duck down at the same time.
Yeah, no,
okay.
get the other team to the other side of the road, and then once you guys move off...
Bravo, I think you're going to start. You're going to start on the right side.
I mean, I was asking if you guys wanted to start, but that's cool. We'll do it. Come on.
Yeah, go ahead and...
Alright, go for it. Get me one right between those guys. Yep. And then yell frag out, and we'll all fucking...
Once they get a little ways up the road,
Hey,
we'll running
there you
you supply on grenades. Get a big supply.
go.
Okay, that hurt me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back
you
up
got
a little more.
Alright, you can go around me. I'm gonna get this one.
Okay, I got 4.
Just trying to hide behind
Alright,
a
you go
medic.
ahead and hit this first one. So let me know when you're frag out. Alright, go down. There you go, good job. All but 3.
Oh
I
my.
love this.
Oh my.
Alright,
That didn't last long.
alright. We'll
Are you guys getting hurt?
move down.
Negative.
Negative.
Just trying to make sure I took a little bit off of one.
Khaki, okay?
I'm just pushing morphine to Sergeant Bird.
Okay.
Gonna use God powers, but okay. We're not supposed to be getting hurt at this point. So once they
Hey,
move
once they-
off, yeah, you guys can start moving up.
Yeah, once they get up to the house, we'll head up there.
What the fuck? You already lost some blood?
I'm gonna try to get this.
Well, yeah, I've been in here for a little while though, so I'll top everybody off when we get done.
Once
Frag out,
Alpha
frag
was
out.
passed,
So you gotta
so
kind of
that first house will move up.
One other thing, 2, 3, 4.
Try to bounce
Just make
off.
sure if somebody
Frag
fucks up, we're giving the bad frag over the radio.
Avocados.
Yeah.
So you want to aim a little bit lower.
All right, go ahead.
So you want to aim towards the
Take the
lower
front
end,
end.
not the higher end.
I'm gonna
So
get
go to
some
the bottom till it
Oh, okay,
uses
yeah.
a red
Come
circle
over
that's
here,
going to
I
hit
got
it and then go up a little bit.
Frag out.
Yep, go ahead. There you go. Good job.
That rolled a
Alright,
little.
copy.
Frag out.
Try it again.
On the next one.
Nope, hit the top again. Alright, let's move on. We can practice on
Frag out.
stuff.
Alright, go ahead,
That wasn't a
Delta.
bad frag.
Oh,
It
so
was
they
just-
move up.
Let's
Frag out.
yeah, we'll do it.
So let's go ahead and
We'll
move
do
up.
it at the same time.
Doc. If you want, grab a couple frags out of the box so you got some explosives.
Let's move to the next
I'll just
station.
let you go through it and try to hit each target. We'll start on the left.
Well, that fucking hurt.
I'm gonna throw it up at you. This was fun.
There you go.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
tricky.
sweet. Alright, let's go
Alright,
to the
you
next
good?
Frag out.
So
Nice throw.
you get one through the window. I'm gonna get one through the door. Alright,
Perfect.
you ready?
one. Alright, that's a far throw.
Alright,
You
3,
do this one,
2.
Just want you
Frag
to
out.
get a few.
Frag
Go ahead and
out.
start on whatever you
Get
want to
down.
start on.
Oh, that
Bounce
was
it
the
off
wrong
his
thing.
head.
Try these guys.
That was smart. Well,
There you go. A little
let's
far.
just move on
Yeah.
and pretend this didn't happen.
Make
Let's
sure you
swap.
call out frag out.
You can try the doorway. I'll try the window. There's one guy further back, even though you can't fucking see him.
Kill.
Going again?
Yeah, let's go one more time.
Might
Oh,
get rid of
you
that.
mean
Alright,
here
3,
or moving on?
2,
No, here. One more time.
Frag
Let's,
out.
let's try downstairs.
Getting
Can
down.
we get it past the netting? I bet it doesn't go through the netting.
I'll try.
You try. You try.
Good shit. Alright,
Frag out.
Did it go through? I didn't see.
Yeah, I went through.
Perfect.
Yeah, I went,
Yeah, if you
fell
want,
way
go
behind up.
All right, frag out.
Push on this one. Frag out.
Perfect.
Beauty.
Nice, got 'em
Move
both.
on to the
Move
next
down
one.
to the next one.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Frag out.
He doesn't care.
Ooh, I think I nailed it.
So let's try
I
a
think, I
couple
think that was
here.
Kobe.
Are you using the?
These are
the
tricky.
Oh, fucking
Oh,
Kobe.
shit.
How about both at the
Alright,
same
let's
time?
Are you
Okay,
using
That's right.
call it.
I'm getting a red
Alright, let me make
indicator.
sure
It's
I
not gonna
have-
go in there.
A grenade. I do. Alright.
See if you can get one through
I'm
the
ready.
looking
when you
like
are.
it'll go
Count
in.
Down.
I'm ready. Let me know when you are.
All right, frag out.
Oh, this is actually a good angle too. Try
Oh.
this one.
Frag out.
I must be out of frags.
Good.
Alright,
Alright,
we'll,
fine.
we'll do a tandem one again. You ready?
Good
Alright, on my mark.
shit.
1,
Alright, let's get some
2,
more frags.
3. Frag out.
Go ahead, move
gonna have
down
to
the
go
next
this
one,
plan
get them
first.
out of
Let
the
me
house.
use shift.
It's fine,
well,
I'm
like,
just ready.
Just quickly grab them.
And went
Well,
down
let's
that
do
side.
a. How about a stun
Yeah.
grenade?
Okay.
Oh well.
When you're not
can't
grabbing
really
all my
can't
fucking
right now, can we?
frags.
Nope.
All right, so try one through both. See if you can get
Alright.
one through the door and the window.
Alright, let's keep going.
Like, I mean,
Ooh,
one
my
at a
leg
time,
got-
obviously,
my leg
but
hurt, or am I walking?
Okay, should I get it from the window?
I didn't want to be greedy
Whatever
and I
one you
didn't
want.
take enough.
you're throwing, man.
Yeah, I have 5 left.
I just picked up 10.
Nice toss.
Frag out.
You got them both. Good shit.
All right, let's move on.
Let's see if you can get one through the door, and we're getting up Delta's ass a little bit.
Yeah.
See if you can do it without the menu. See if you can just do one quick.
Alright, you ready?
Or you just double tap G,
If I
get it
can
in.
Alright, this one you're gonna have to really lob. Alright, 3, 2,
There you go.
1.
Frag out.
The menu's more.
That was smart
Ready?
again.
Frag out.
If you need to go through some.
Now,
procedure.
there's
Stun out.
Well, we
I
did
threw a
pretty
stun,
nice.
yeah. Alright,
Moving
frag out.
on. Alright, you take the window, I'll take the doorway.
Okay.
Alright. Ready?
Nice.
This is another note that's
Perfect.
happened before you throw a frag. Make sure you're checking to make sure you actually
Frag
have
out.
one left, so you don't accidentally smoke your target.
Avocados.
Try the cops. That was me.
Bravo copy.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah, you firm. I know it happens, but that's
You're
just
on
something
whisper, I
that
think.
can hurt us.
I gotta grab some more.
when
Let's
we
do-
actually need to see
How about
Alright,
one
3,
more? They're still
2,
at the next
1.
one.
Frag out.
Copy.
it. Let's go ahead and grab a couple
Get
more
down.
frags if you need them.
Frag out.
That one may have bounced
Frag
out
out.
the door. It may have hit him in the face.
You ready?
Nope, it
You
didn't.
can
We
do
got
this one behind us, I
Okay.
guess, if you want.
I want you to try.
Oh,
I want you to try
Love.
to bounce it off the back wall
That
and get
looked
it
like it hurt.
on the
Yeah,
porch
it's a-
and get
it's a
that
tough
guy.
angle.
Alright?
Frag out. Well,
Okay.
I did exactly the thing I
So
just
yeah,
said
do it
not
from
to
like
do.
the side and try to like bounce it off.
This one's impossible.
don't think it's
This
impossible.
is like one of those carnival things. Like, get all four, win a teddy bear.
I'm gonna win a bear.
Frag out.
Frag out. Yeah,
That
flash.
would have been a flash. Wasn't me.
That one looked like it bounced. You didn't quite get it and you hit the roof. This one's a little tighter target.
Frag out.
Again?
Frag out.
Oh, that
Oh, get down, get down, get down. Yeah, that was close.
None of us have been able to get any of these targets.
That's a lie.
Frag out.
So always try to
There we go. Yeah, I was just too fucking heavy.
Oh, it's on the sandbag. Yeah!
Good shit.
Where's my bear?
4 of them.
Frag out.
All right, you got a pizza. All right.
I think we just
I'm
threw
gonna
a
try the
tandem
top
one.
window.
Nice.
Okay.
Right.
All right, you try the bottom window.
All right, I need to refill. I'm gonna grab some more grenades.
Ready?
There's another box right here.
Oh, I see it.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Frag out. Frag out.
3
Oh,
4's
I
the
think I got it.
problem.
Hey,
Hey, do you
good
want us to
shit.
switch sides?
All right, let's switch sides. I think let's just switch sides.
Yeah, let's just do it. Fuck it.
Bad
Let's
frag,
fuck
that one's
the
short.
police.
Get down.
Frag out.
Second floor.
Yeah, let's do
Oh,
it.
never mind.
Go ahead, try
You
again.
read through it.
Ready? All right.
Oh shit. Hey, frag out would
I
have been
want
nice.
you to try to plant
You did.
one.
Didn't hear me?
I want you to try do a lobbing one, and I want you to
I'm
try
just
to
I'm just gonna go on yelling.
My fault if you said it. If you said it.
It's all good.
You get the first floor, I got second.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
On my mark. 1, 2, 3. Frag out.
Frag out.
Copy.
We were already switching sides, but we'll do that.
Copy. If you're good, just switch
Nice.
aside, just do it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
There
we're
you
just gonna
go.
do that. All right, you got
All right,
this.
you push down to the next one.
Frag out.
Lobbing throw. Yep. Frag
Alright,
out.
so Alpha's coming back, so let's move down, Kiki.
Well, that was a direct throw, not a lobbing one.
All right, I'm gonna try to get this balcony,
Hang
Sergeant
on,
Lane.
hang on,
Shit,
hang on.
fuck
Oh, we're
it,
waiting?
I don't care what
Okay.
you did. Good
Well,
shit.
let's let
All right, I'm
3,
gonna get
4,
one
and
between this
Alpha
fucking
haven't
guy.
made it to the end of the street yet here.
Oh, I see.
No,
Okay.
Alpha's
3,
going back, I think.
2,
I mean,
1.
Frag
Frag out.
Mike, I meant to say.
Oh, fucking got it off the roof.
So have at it, bro.
Is it?
Nice.
Nice.
Second floor. Are you ready?
Frag out.
All right, frag out.
That's on close.
All right, we can be on this one
Oh,
behind
I
us
fell
now.
off.
Alpha moved off now.
Nice.
I just heard that.
Frag out.
Frag out.
Frag out.
That one's short.
Frag out. You got it.
I call it. Okay, so that's another thing. If you see it short, make sure you call it, right?
All right.
I might be a grenade savant.
So
Shh.
hit that
Frag
shit.
Grenade whisperer. That's what I
Well,
call
just
Captain
call out that
Drumheller,
it's short. It's
actually.
not necessarily bad. It just lets people know that
Yeah,
it might
yeah.
be able to
It
hit
didn't
you.
kill
Right?
anybody, though. It
If
fell
it's
down the
inside,
stairs,
it
I think.
can't hit us.
Come on, you got this.
Frag out.
Frag out.
That was a little
Frag out,
short.
frag
Looked like a smoke.
Frag out,
yeah.
frag out. Get down. Oh, did you cook that?
No, I
3,
didn't
4.
throw
One
it.
other little thing too.
Oh,
I know I
somebody
mentioned
else
something about
threw it.
bad frag, but like if you're thrown in a window and you hit the window frame and it comes short, you know it's good to. You don't have to yell it on radio, but make sure that
Smoke.
everybody around you knows it's short,
throwing
so that it can
smokes.
that it may potentially hurt you.
Copy.
Short. Bravo cop.
No, we just blew that
Nice,
building up.
Wow. Yeah, we broke the building. Good job.
All right. Where are you
Frag
aiming?
out.
I'm gonna go
But
top.
this is
I'm gonna try to get that
Okay.
guy on the balcony,
Yeah,
so we
perfect
may
spot,
we
high
might die.
toss. That's a perfect spot for a high toss.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, downstairs doorway. Frag out.
Sorry about your building.
Frag out.
That was a good attempt. I think it took a weird bounce.
Don't worry
Ah!
about me, keep throwing. I'm fine.
Frag out.
Frag out through the window, downstairs window. Oh, I hit
Hit the frame. Hit the frame.
Frag out.
Try that again.
I'm gonna go upstairs window.
Frag out.
Frag out.
Nice. That worked. Oh, mine went all the way through the building.
That's crazy. We must have blown the back out.
I'm hurt.
Frag out.
Frag out.
Now, once you get done with that one, let's move down on the next station. Nice toss. Let's go ahead and move down
All
to
right.
the next one.
Yeah, let's move down.
Alright,
Is
I'm
there
gonna grab
anything
some.
left
I'm gonna
in
grab
here?
some more real quick. Yeah.
I don't know that there's much left. No, they're all gone out of here.
Come on over here. Let's try this.
Frag out.
Should put a frag in
Short.
that window.
I think we did that one successfully.
Frag out.
Down here.
It's a little short.
Frag out.
You okay?
I'm good.
Just got hurt.
Somebody did. I'm not sure who.
Nice.
It wasn't you.
Frag out.
Frag out.
Wasn't me. Oh, it was me. Huh.
Frag out
I mean,
downstairs doorway.
Good job. Oh, I guess that was it. Did it all.
Frag
Alright, I'm
out.
good.
Frag out.
Frag out.
I think looks like the next one's open if you want to move down. It's that one we tried earlier.
Nice. Try the window. Frag out. That went all the way through.
Frag out.
Frag out.
Nope.
Oh, there's a
Frag out.
Bouncy ball.
I'm gonna try one on this one just because it's a little harder.
Alright, I'm moving down.
Alright, try the top floor and then we'll
Alright.
move on.
Frag.
I'm gonna do the bottom.
Really?
You want to take the door?
I
I'll
am
take
ready.
the window.
I'm ready.
Sure.
Alright,
Frag out.
count it.
Frag out.
3,
I'm stupid.
2, 1.
There was a fucking
Frag out.
grenade.
Frag
Why
out,
did I
frag
do that
out.
twice? What the fuck is wrong with me?
It's good.
Alright, well, I fucked this
Well,
target.
that house is
I'm
about to
sorry.
come down. Let's see if we can drop
Good
this
shit.
house.
Copy that.
Alright,
Hang
moving
on.
on.
Frag
to
out.
the
You
door.
want to keep throwing frags and stuff.
Frag
Oh,
out.
that's a smoke.
Alright, so this one. So I guess they had netting up there before.
Yeah, it
So
happens.
You're gonna want to for this one because there's another guy behind the tree, like right there between these two in front of us. So your best bet, if you look at it,
I
is
got-
if you hit like right there
Look like a smoke.
between these
Get
two
down.
left guys, it'll go down. So go
I'll
for
try
it. Go
one
and
on the
try.
top.
I'm gonna watch for
Frag
that
out.
fucking fourth guy and see if he gets fucked.
Frag out.
I'm gonna.
Frag out. Frag out.
Frag out.
That went right through.
I think you got it.
That works.
I'm gonna go long on this one. Try to hit this window over here.
Okay.
Try one more time.
Throw
You
off
got
the
it.
guy.
Frag out.
Try a
Need to get
lobbing
more
throw
nades.
and not like a direct.
Yeah, that's a flash.
Nades.
So
Alright.
try to hit. See the
Yeah, you
corners, Khaki? Let me see if I can do it. Try to hit the corner of it. Frag
Frag out.
So come over where I am. Yeah, try it from that
I
side.
think that one's still went out
Okay,
the
well, I
back.
From
gotta
that
get more.
angle. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Be careful.
There you go.
Ha ha ha.
Building's
Whoop,
coming
another
down.
building.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Christ.
Did you just see that?
No, I didn't see it. What happened?
See me just now? Hold on, hold on. Don't move, don't move.
See all these pickle jars we loosened?
Hey, Mike. Where's Mike?
Yeah, just hit him
Mike.
in the
Alright,
face,
yeah, you go
Khaki.
all the way to the end of the sandbags over here. Try like
Apparently
right here to the
someone's
left of this
outside.
bush. And see if you can fucking thread that needle.
There you go. Perfect.
Hey, Mike. Give you a heads up. I just tried to bandage Private Spears, his arm, and it went like triple speed. The animation went like triple speed.
Yeah, that's part of the new thing.
Okay.
Depending on how bad they're hurt, the animation either goes faster or slower.
Okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's something I forgot to mention too.
Woo! Super fast.
Am I okay, Mike?
Frag out.
It definitely got hurt from that grenade that they threw. Lost some blood. I'll go get
Alright.
Mike real quick.
If we're alright, once we're done 3-4, let's just rally up where we started at the end of the street.
I'm feeling done. Are you feeling done, Private?
Roger that, Sergeant.
You good, Khaki? Or you
I
want
want to
one
show you
more
how
practice?
long you should cook it.
Hey,
Ready?
Cat.
So I'm gonna say
Let me do this
I'm
so
gonna
we're
say
not
when I cook it and then
burning
when I
through
throw.
our
You
medical
ready?
supplies.
All right, 3,
But,
2, 1. Fuck that! I threw it. Grenade out.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Good.
Don't cook
Yeah,
grenades.
it just doesn't
I
work
want you to
well.
keep your. There we go.
But
Got him.
is it working? I'm just trying to not use up
Alright.
all his supplies.
All right, let's move to the end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Alpha's
I'm
done with
good.
the course.
I'm white on everything. I just. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Actually, I need to get more grenades because fuck, he'll probably get us a resupply.
Yeah, I don't have any.
It's just a hand, Sergeant Gray. We have two of them.
That is true. God gave us 2 for a reason.
Thanks, Cat.
You got one fuck up.
Alright, let's
Mm-hmm.
finish up what you're
No, you
doing.
got 10
Rally up
fuck
at the end of
ups.
Street 3-4.
Alpha copies.
Bravo cop.
Waiting on his fat ass.
Who's gonna pay for these houses?
Not us.
Yeah, not us.
Since Gray said he killed them all, he loosened all. the
No,
pickle
I
jars.
just loosened the
yeah,
pickle
yeah,
jar.
Yeah. That makes you.
That's
liable.
not culpability. Not an admission of guilt.
There's that patriarchy coming out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm actually not a Patriots fan, but you know.
Where'd Cannon go? Did we kill him?
No, he's all the way down at the end, killing
Oh my
himself
God.
slowly with drugs and alcohol. Sad.
Doing what he's supposed to then as a corp.
Lose one Pokemon tournament, your life falls apart.
That's right.
I actually had a buddy in high school who won like $1,000 in a Pokemon tournament. He was fucking good at it.
He should have never played that Squirtle.
Yep. Fucked him up. But he had the sunglasses.
Oh, that's bad Squirtle.
No, that's
cool.
cool
Is it cool
Squirtle.
Cool Squirtle.
That's cool Squirtle. What the fuck
Yeah.
talking about? Squirtle Squad, man.
Well, they all had sunglasses.
Take your time, Delta. No hurry.
Roger, as
Summary.
fast as I can.
Did you figure out how to throw the round explodey thing at stuff?
Yes.
Good.
Eventually.
3-4's all here.
Yeah, give me just a second. I'm just putting some first aid kits in here in case we had to go through some bandages.
Sergeant
Would
Bird,
be nice.
if we're ever in an op or an FTX where we run out of grenades or something and we kill an enemy combatant, can we take the grenades off of them if they have them?
Yep, absolutely. That's something else too. If you need bandages or whatnot, usually the enemy's carrying one or two. Usually the medic will deal with that, but yeah, absolutely. If you need, even if you're filling in for a rifle squad, if you're running 40 mic and you find a grenadier, you can take their 40 mic and rearm yourself with it.
Okay, so second question then, does the type of grenade affect throwability or area of effect?
A little bit, but for the most part, they're, from what I've seen, they're all pretty much effect. Like, what I set up here, it wouldn't make much of a difference. If you're throwing it over, like, say, in the middle of the vehicles over there, yeah, the blast radius is a little bit different. But for room clearing and urban stuff, there's not much. I mean, it's negligible. There is a difference. I'm not going to tell you there isn't, but it's negligible.
Understood. Thank you, Sergeant.
Before, can I just share, in terms of using stuff that we find on the battlefield, something I heard Captain Drumheller say once that stuck with me is that we are light infantry. We go out into the field fairly lightly equipped, and we are absolutely expected to take advantage of anything that we find out on the battlefield that can help us complete our mission.
Yep. Yeah, so the general rule of thumb, if you're going to pick something up, is if it goes in your kit and doesn't really change the way you look, you're okay. So, like, if the enemy's using 5.56 and their mags are compatible with ours, let's say we're fighting somebody that uses M4s, I don't know who the fuck that'd be, but like another NATO country, absolutely, you can pick up whatever you want. The only time we need to know is if you're picking up like an AK or a PKM or something that just is an enemy, it's a known enemy weapon, or we're manning a known enemy position so that other elements don't shoot you. Right?
Or if you like get on a mounted gun.
Yep, and Lieutenant Tell, go ahead, because I'm sure I probably just butchered that.
Nope. You're mostly correct, Sergeant
Pushing
Bird.
the
Just
blood.
the one caveat on that is if the enemy, if they're using their tracers, what color their tracers are. Because if their tracers are the color that we don't use, and you start firing those tracers, then that's going to come across as, oh shit, it's an enemy. There's people are going to assume that the fire is coming from an enemy. So that would need to be called up as well. But otherwise, yeah, Sergeant Bird's absolutely right.
Yep. Yeah, so if that is the case, absolutely. If we pick up ammo, I don't think the only deployment I ever know of was Black Spear, where the enemy was using 5.56.
So, just for clarity, then, if an enemy is carrying an RPG, that's okay to pick up if we need to, or
You have to call that up though, because that's so. The rule of thumb is like you're an AT section, so you should have MAWs. But the rule of thumb is if it's an oh shit life or death thing, absolutely use it. You know, save yourself and then drop it. If you're gonna pick it up and carry it, we need to know about it.
Roger that, Sergeant.
But like if you got a BTR like here to fucking one of the Vics away and you have to pick it up in order to shoot it and you're gonna shoot it and drop it, there's no problem with that. It's when you're gonna carry it around, everybody else needs to know, because if they see an RPG poking out of a window, you know, they're just gonna let a 40 mic fly on you. And we don't want that to happen. Lieutenant Tau.
One other, again, nitpicking here a little bit, but just to make sure everybody's clear on that. So while you're when you're an AT team, what he said is absolutely correct. If you're filling in as part of a rifle squad, you can only pick up enemy AT if there's an imminent threat. You cannot, under any circumstances, otherwise just pick it up and carry it just for shits and giggles. You guys, weapon squad, you guys are a different animal than the rifle squads, but make sure you guys understand that if you're filling in.
Yep. So the rule of thumb, like I said, that I use that will keep you out of trouble. If you're gonna carry it, even if you're gonna carry it with 3-4, let me know if you're gonna carry it. If you're just picking it up to shoot it, you're okay, and then just tell me, you know, we picked up an enemy one and we shot it, because then I can let everybody know that the shot they just heard wasn't somebody shooting at them, because they do sound different. But absolutely, if it's an imminent threat, you're good. But typically, if the moss runs black, or like say a Jav system runs black, we'll keep the moss in case we get a resupply. But then, yeah, you would pick up an RPG. You would let me know, and then you would be the gunner, so to speak, or you and Sergeant Line would switch off, either or. However you guys want to do that.
Also, Sergeant, I have to mention if I go to Washington D.C., which because it happens,
Yep.
that is another situation where you might be able to pick up enemy AT because we have completely lost that capability as part of 3-4. But
Absolutely.
again, everything he said holds true there. Got to let everybody know.
Yo, if you're not sure, call it up. That's the easiest way to do it. If you're not sure, call it up. So hopefully, let me go through real quick while I'm talking and just make sure everybody's topped off. But hopefully that was a little bit informative, at least, if you guys haven't used the grenade throwing functions. Like I said, I know we had a few questions about it, so I figured it'd be good. It's been a while since we've touched on it.
Is there a way to just quickly throw a grenade? Is that the double
just
G?
Double tapping G. We'll do it without aiming.
Is that okay if I run over there and try that real quick, Sergeant?
Yeah, it's the exact same throw motion and animation. You don't have any way to aim it other than it's basically at the center of your screen. That's what you'll use probably 90% of the time. Is you're just going to chuck a grenade, right?
Understood.
I think Redpath used that whenever we were clearing that building on the last stop, right? Cleared the top of it. Huh? Oh yeah. Well, you know Yeah. He's a good boy.
I didn't hear the kaboom.
I think he's out of grenades.
I didn't either.
It didn't work, but I'll sort that out on my own time.
Probably
Okay.
gotta set it up.
Thank you, sir.
Well, okay, no, this goes back to control thing because this is something we need to fix right now if it's a problem. Because I don't want one going.
I have everything set up to go through the throw menu, so I don't ever accidentally bad frag or something. So I just need to set that up properly.
Okay, that's the one that the lieutenant was talking about. If you do set it up, make sure you set it up to double tap, so that if you're trying to switch from like semi to full, you don't accidentally toss a frag. And we can go through that after training. I can walk through that with you if you need some help.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Okay, so everybody found that kind of informative. Check yourselves medically. I went through and tried to heal everybody, but so everybody should be good.
Everyone is good.
Copy. Thanks, Doc. One other thing that got brought up that I forgot to mention is the new medical system. The bandage time is related to how bad the wound is. So if somebody's leg's completely fucked, it's going to take 2 or 3 times as long than if they just got like a light scratch and you're putting a stick-on band-aid on it. That's something else that changed for realism. So if you see that, that is not a bug. That is how it works. Because that is new.
Hey, from Sergeant.
Copy.
Roger.
All right. So if there's no other questions, comments, anything?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
All right. Let me clear out a few markers. So we're going to go to the live fire portion. I got a couple more marks down on the map. There's a dismount point and a clear point. We're going to drive down in convoy again, get some more practice at that. Drive down to the dismount point. We're going to leave the vehicles for engineers to come pick up. And the town we're going to be pushing to clear is Kritzenast, or however the fuck they say it. It's got the clear marker on it that everybody should be able to see. So we're going to work down that MSR. There's some trees and whatnot. Probably have to set up some kind of base of fire in this area to make the last push across the field, but I kind of want to determine that when we get there. Let you guys kind of work that out on your own. The one feature in the town that is, you can kind of see it, there's this big building complex that's like a walled fort kind of, to note that could be heavily occupied. Other than that, we don't know a whole lot about it. Other than it's held by OPFOR and we want to get them out of there. If we clear it, we want to set up a blocking position that I didn't mark yet. We want to set up a blocking position on the north, basically choke those 2 MSRs off so that nothing else can come down there from the northeast. That's if we have time. Private Spears.
Is it ever acceptable if we're taking heavy fire from a fortified building to put a rocket into the building, or should we not waste rockets for that stuff?
So if it's a military building, yeah, an HE round. If we're like 99 to 100% sure there aren't civilians in it, we will sometimes put a Maz round. Command towers are the ones we do that on a lot, even though they don't bring them down in one shot. We'll throw a Maz round at it, an HE round, not a heat round, to eliminate whatever's on top of it, if we can't get within grenade range. If you're in a town and we, like this town, for instance, we don't know if there's going to be civilians in it or not. I mean, obviously make doubly sure that there aren't civilians. If it's a ZSU cannon or something that's in place that's just fucking us up, that's a little different animal. But if it's just infantry, obviously we'll try to take them out with the 240s. It's situational though, depending on what the civilian presence is like. But we try to always like what we just did here where we blew 2 buildings up, we try not to do that.
Roger, Sergeant.
Especially civilian infrastructure, we want to leave it as intact as we possibly can. Sometimes we don't have a choice, but the goal is always leave it as intact as possible. So with that being said, anybody got questions on what we're going to try to do?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative.
Copy that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we'll get mounted back up. The same convoy we did, we'll do reverse order though, so just to save some time turning around. Same thing, I want your radio should already be set up, but let's get convoy net back up and running. Make sure we're doing that right. Drive a little slower if we have to keep it together. So go ahead, lock and load, and let's get mounted back up.
Yep.
What he said.
Yeah, let's go. Bravo copies.
So we'll do the same convoy, just team in each vehicle, and then reverse the direction. Whoever's in front, I don't care.
I think this is still our Vic. Yeah. Third.
Yeah, we're on closer to the trees here.
Well, we're going to be third now.
Okay,
so.
Bravo.
Oh, okay.
We were in this one. It was on the right side of the road.
We're
this one it is.
We're going to be third now, though, right?
Oh,
you guys
yes,
are going to. We're going back that way, I think. So.
Looks like we're in the 4th Vic. Nope.
Copy.
Go ahead and start getting them lined back up on the road, and then I'll jump in whoever's in front.
Copy.
And do another radio check.
Vic 3, Lima Charlie 5-0. Wait till we get turned around. We don't know what our order is going to be yet.
Combo lead, this is Vic 4, radio check on 5-0.
Vic 4, Lima Charlie 5-0.
Sergeant Lyon, is there a way to turn off mouse steering?
Turn off what?
Steering with the mouse?
Alright, give me a check-in. Vic 1, you on 5-0?
Yeah, while you drive, I'll look through the...
Vic 1, ready to check on 5-0. Over.
Copy. Lima Charlie, Vic 1.
This is Vic 2, radio check on frequency 50, over.
Lima Charlie 5-0.
Copy, out.
Vic 1 moving.
Yeah, roger that, convoy lead. Vic 4 on 5-0, radio check.
Lima Charlie 5-0.
Give another radio check.
Lima Charlie Victory. Alright, Vic 1, go ahead, take us out.
Vic 1 copy. Vic 1 move.
This is Vic 4. What's our spacing and speed?
Try to keep 50 meters spacing, let Vic 1 dictate the speed.
Hey, firm.
We're gonna have to ask at the debrief because I'm sure it's possible. I just don't know where it is. Can't find it now.
Sounds good.
Well, when you do find it, I'm
Vic
gonna
1
look
going
here 'cause I
50
hate that
kph.
fucking thing too, but I didn't know you can't turn it off.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm mistaken. I was just assuming. that-
Well, no, I hope you're right. I've never really looked, but yeah, that is a pain in the ass. So.
Yeah, car more left,
Vic 1
car
going
more
right.
right, mouse left, mouse right. I'll bet you could just delete those. It's under vehicle movement.
Okay, I'll have a look at that.
Copy. Just a reminder, we didn't actually make a turn there and change the road, so you don't need to call that. But when we come to a fork like we are up here, you're going to need to call it.
Vic 1 turn right.
Vic 4 turning right.
Copy.
All right, we're less than a click from the dismount point.
Copy that.
Alright, lead Vic, the dismount point's about 200 meters to your front, stop just short of that tree line. Herringbone there.
Lead Vic copies.
Go ahead and herringbone the convoy at Vic 1.
Vic 1 herringbone left.
Vic 4 herringbone right in position, dismounting.
Copy, Charlie. Alright, well, we're set up, looks like we have a belt there in front. Let's start pushing out southeast along the road here. Start trying to get eyes out. We'll leave the Vics here for detachment to pick up.
Copy. All right, we're going to be moving southeast behind 3-4 and Mike. Alpha, I don't think we posted it yet, so.
Yeah, copy. Go for no. Go ahead. Catch up.
All right, let's go. All right. Let's switch to the right side of the road. Bravo's on the left.
Go for Bravo. A firm, Bravo on left. Yeah, we're gonna full security on the left side of the road. Yeah. Charlie, this is Bravo. We're gonna go ahead and push over to the other side of the road so we've got a tree line to tip off in if we need it. Bravo moving.
3-4 moving. Charlie, you're good where you're at. I'm just dealing with some shit, so send it. Yeah, if that looks good to you. We're not in contact yet, so go up till we get some eyes. Copy.
We're gonna be pushing south. Alpha just spotted enemies moving down the road.
Enemies 200 meters east on the road.
Yeah, they're moving northeast into the tree line. It'll be over this hill. They're 200 meters away.
Pushing
Bravo, copy.
Southeast.
Shots on like northeast.
Bravo's gonna push through, cover them as they push through and clear here.
Push online both sides of the road. Looks like there's a hill on the other side too.
Spears, you okay? Coming back to you. Got it, Mike?
Jeez.
I'm moving.
Copy.
Roger. Bandaging hit. Pushing blood.
This is Charlie. My assistant's down. We'll be moving in a second, Bravo.
You got Doc back there with you, Charlie?
Affirm.
Tech?
Any help, Mike?
Negative. He's all good. Just do CPR.
Doing it. Oh, that looks a lot better. He's not coming up on his own. Should I do it again?
tracking FP.
Oh,
He's back.
Are you okay to move, Spears?
I'm good.
Alright, pushing north.
Sergeant Line, I don't know if it's a mod issue or if it's on my end, but my sound is almost gone.
What do you mean?
I can't hardly hear anything.
Oh, that's probably part of this new thing. Give it a minute. See if it gets better.
Okay.
Do you have your earplugs in?
Yeah.
Alright, keep me updated.
Will do.
Yeah, we've got great eyes across that body of water. Hey, slow down. Yeah, Bravo copies. You want us to hold position till you get here? Bravo copies. We're gonna hold here and scan. You good with that, Charlie? Yeah, sounds good to me.
Charlie, this is Spears. It says I'm in severe pain. I don't know if that's part of it or not.
You're in severe pain. You get hit? Yeah.
Whoever's next to me, I can't hear you talking.
Mike, this is Charlie. Is hearing loss part of this? My assistant, after being down and revived, is having trouble hearing.
Yeah, Sergeant, you're standing right next to me and I can barely hear you.
Hey, firm, he's
They're
got
just trying to figure out what's going on with the
Can you hear me?
AG.
You're extremely quiet.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, like,
supposed to be
Mike
side
says
effects
it's
when
side
you get hit.
effects, and it should go away.
Charlie, when they get this managed, Alpha's gonna take it.
Mike says there are side effects and they might go away. Yeah, we're just gonna
Okay.
let us know how long it takes. Help us understand what's going on.
Copy that.
Let's keep pushing 3-4. I think that's part of this new pack. We'll see if it or this new update. We'll see if that continues going forward. Like I said, part of this is feeling out what we got to deal with now.
Charlie copy. Bravo copy. You always have great eyes.
The hill on the right side of the road from my position, you can see right.
Go and keep that security out to the south.
Yeah, we still got a long way to go, guys. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, keep moving 3-4. We still got quite a ways to go. Let's just keep moving. Use this tree line as long as we can and keep parallel on this road.
I prepare to move.
I'm green.
Just keep pushing. Get eyes out, Spears. I gotta patch up real quick.
Copy that. Let me know when you're good so I can do as well.
Hello, Charlie.
All right, I'm set. Let me find you, and then you can duck back behind cover and do some patch.
Copy.
Yeah. All right. Where do you see them?
In the tree straight ahead.
Go ahead, back up a bit. Behind a tree and patch up.
Bravo Delta, if you guys are getting quiet back there, let's start bounding you guys up.
That's heavy. Charlie copy. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3-4. 3 Spears. Spears, how's your hearing?
I can't hear shit. It's super quiet. I got hit. I'm hit.
Contact north.
Put some rounds out there, suppress him even if you can't see him. Watching your left, I'm watching Delta.
Bravo's moving with Delta.
Let me know when you're patched. We need to push.
Say again.
Let me know when you're patched. We need to push up.
Copy. I'm good. Ready to move.
Spears, move north with me. Get behind these people and move north.
Moon.
Copy.
Give me a range alpha.
It keeps popping up like right there. I don't fucking know. It's gone. It went into the north to the fucking tree line. Range is
Okay.
about 110, 120. It fucking disappeared back north.
I hear it. It's northeast now.
Keep moving.
That's probably the same one. We lost eyes on it and moved north, so that's probably it.
Alpha's moving, Charlie. Remember, our job is not to kill that, it's to keep them alive.
Coming up behind you.
Charlie is going to DC. Charlie's going to DC.
Sergeant Gray, I can't step. I can't hear anything. Sergeant Gray, I cannot step up as 2IC. I cannot hear.
Copy, then just fucking stick with me. Get on point one. Oh wait, no, not yet. He's still here. Spears is still here.
Alright, that's catastrophic. Let's just stay with 3-4 until we regroup.
Sergeant, if anything, I can hear less now. I'm almost deaf.
Understood. This is a problem.
I don't know if it's I need morphine or what. I think we should try it. It says I'm in severe pain.
Copy. 3-4, my system is having more and more trouble hearing. The readout says
Yeah.
try morphine.
I need everybody else on the front. Fuck up here.
Stay still.
Copy, Charlie.
Pushing morphine. Okay, you're good to go.
Bravo's back up.
Yeah.
I'm coming back to you.
All right, Sergeant. He gave me morphine, but it made no discernible difference.
Yeah, that's all. No worries.
Well, I mean, this is why we're doing this training.
Yep.
We're all gonna have to get used to this. Discuss it in the debrief.
Roger that.
Bravo, hold south. Or hold east.
Alright, let's move south with Alpha.
Private Spears, stay still.
Hey, we're gonna stay here and hold east. Just keep pointing them out.
I'm getting shot at. Are you okay?
I'm good.
Yep,
let's keep pushing west.
Alright, push south with,
Fix the issue.
with Alpha.
Pushing south.
Yeah, I'm scanning it with thermals. Yeah, I'm scanning it with thermals, but I don't see any hits.
Push left, Spear.
From left.
Copy. We can cover southeast if you want to try to figure out what was engaging us from the south. Did you just drop back?
Reloading. Reloading. I think I got him.
You okay, Spears?
Green.
Let's get back with Alpha.
Bravo, Delta, I suggest that you move south along my west side break. Try to smoke it out, get across this road so we can start pushing east again and move up towards this BTR.
Charlie's assistant's right up here.
What's going on?
Hey, we're gonna try to get you some morphine, see that fixes your.
I'm good, Sergeant Bird. Yes.
Stay near Alpha.
Khaki, I need blood before I pass the fuck out when he's done. So.
Say again your last.
Yeah, Alpha, I like that idea. Try to skirt.
Stay with Alpha.
Your
for
idea
now.
is basically south
Copy.
across the road, skirt up past that BTR, right?
A firm with Alpha holding here is the pivot.
Sounds good. Bravo, Delta, you guys still in heavy?
I still hear it. Hot mic.
Copy. Let's try.
Pushing morphine.
Copy. We should be able to have Charlie.
Okay, good.
Hey.
Alright, come to me, come to me. I'm to your north. Right along the dirt road.
Moving on you.
Yeah, there are still stragglers out there in the woods. We do not see them very well from here.
They're in a strong defilade.
Yeah. Let's push across the road east. There's a couple some rocks over here we could use as cover.
Moving.
Right next to you, Charlie.
Yeah, we can't really see from here. There's no cover. Keep an eye on Alpha.
Hey,
What are you
160 in the trees, 400 meters.
Okay, watch your fire. There's friendlies between us and them.
Reloading. Okay, 2 down.
Copy. Is Alpha still up? This is Charlie. Pop smoke on me, Spears. Spears, pop smoke on me.
Smoke out. Smoke out. Right there with you, buddy.
Got him. See one shooter south.
In the trees?
Yeah, where I'm shooting. Not sure if he's down or not.
Alright, come over here and give Alpha CPR while I start patching him.
Moving.
Alpha assist. Alpha assistant, get behind cover. Pick you up soon. Oh, this is terrible. Some smoke right on top of us.
In CPR. This is not a good place.
Alpha's down on green smoke. Walking blood.
Alpha's back up. He's.
Let's get back in the trees.
Tree line first, Mike.
Moving.
We're fucked here. We gotta move first.
Start cutting back off. Okay. You need to clear that tree line on the other side of Bravo.
Crossing. I'm across the road.
Wait, not fucking die.
Yeah.
Copy.
Copy. We're gonna be pulling around with Alpha once we can. Looks like Charlie's having some trouble walking.
In the bushes. Southeast.
Alpha.
Alright, my legs are patched. I'm moving back across the road.
Copy.
You see this fucking guy? I don't see him. No, go ahead. You need that.
Spears, sound off. You okay?
Green.
Okay, Mike's working on me now.
Copy.
Yeah, Alpha, go ahead at your discretion. Take Delta with you. We'll put Charlie with Bravo as a base of fire. Start making that turn up north, and then hit that tree line heading east.
All right, regrouping on you.
Yeah, link up with Bravo.
Where's Bravo? Oh, Bravo's back. We gotta go back north.
Move north.
No, they're about to right now. 3-4, this is Bravo with Team 1 pushing across the road. You want Team 2 to follow?
Yeah, you're firm. Let's all follow in behind.
Alright, we're gonna follow them.
Alright, we're moving northeast.
We're gonna be pushing northeast. Bravo's moving.
Make sure we still have some eyes, on the back end looking behind us. There might still be a runner or two back end.
A for Bravo AG's watching.
Copy. Yeah, Alpha Delta, let's just use the edge of this tree line, kind of having him and eyes out, and then we'll push him towards them.
Contact northeast.
Hey, we're gonna maneuver with Charlie to maneuver on that fire.
This Team 2, we dropped 2 back in here.
Good shit. Fire,
Let's keep moving.
down back. I got the grenade.
Doing that.
Yep, Bravo's clearing. Charlie, do you want us to your north or to your south?
South.
Alright, we're gonna keep on line with Alpha and their south.
How's your hearing?
I'm good now.
Oh, good. Alright.
I think I know what caused it too. I'll explain in the debrief.
Copy. This is Team 2. I think we're gonna call this clear. Coming back to you.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna no worries, we'll next time. We've got eyes on the buildings southeast. Break. Yeah, A front, they got eyes.
Southeast, BMP.
Copy.
Squad size element in the same.
Get ready to range it.
Hey, don't fire until that Moz fires.
Sounds like Delta's gonna engage.
Point him out.
Dismounts.
Dismounts on the BMP. Line cover, there's a lot of enemy out there.
Bravo has one squad at 160. Where do you see them? 207 PTR.
207.
Correction. It's squad size element 5.
Squad size element back 207. 197 by the destroying team, BTR. Firing over you, don't stand up.
Copy.
Yeah, it's my bad. I heard BTR and.
I don't see any movement back there. Let's continue covering southeast.
Copy.
Yeah, I see. One enemy, 172, range 430 meters. We're gonna push up, see if we can get eyes facing more south, or more east, I mean. One nine.
What's you engaging?
197, 400 meters. Reloading.
We're gonna push up here. Bravo's gonna push east to get this field BMP.
Copy. Alpha Bravo.
Alright, if you're not engaging yet, fall back a little bit and then peel east behind Bravo.
Copy that, peeling.
You got eyes on behind the tree.
You okay?
Hey, firm, we're gonna push with Charlie east. Hey, we're pushing east with Charlie.
Oh shit.
I see a tree.
We're taking rounds this way too, though. So.
He's far. Southeast.
Charlie, have you identified any groups of them?
We're being engaged by a single shooter far southeast. No eyes yet.
Bravo, get set up down here to the south. There's a single guy out there somewhere.
Bravo copies, pushing east. We're gonna set up on this rock right here. 128.
Got this Alpha or 3. Heads duck down. Looks like we are going to have to try to cross this field 3-4 or 2
Charlie, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just listen to the machine guns kill all these guys.
Got a bush in front of me. I can't see anything.
We're gonna have to cross this big open area here.
Want me to smoke it?
Not yet. Wait for order.
Copy.
Bravo's in a pretty good spot. He can cover.
Bravo's already engaging into the compound southeast. That's going to be out of range for us. Can you get me a range to that compound?
Yep, hang on.
How are you looking on
Compound wall is 800 meters.
You okay? Oh, you're
Say again?
You're beat up bad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got a vehicle pulling up.
Hey, I see a vehicle moving. 1-0. Correction, gun truck. 124. 124. Southeast coming out of the objective.
Copy, fuck him up.
We lost him in the tree line.
Yeah, rate of fire.
Still moving directly south.
Rate of fire, Broseph.
You're good. What did you need, Charlie?
I'm good.
We're good.
You both good?
Yep, good.
We're good. Thanks, Mike.
Move past you.
Good, Thompson.
That would be preferable than trying to
Yeah,
take
what's
this
up?
in one giant
Just
bomb.
making sure.
I don't know what you got for cover out there. You'll have
Gun
to
trucks
try.
back. Gun trucks back. Gun trucks back on the road.
130. Bravo's down the gunner.
Good shit. Hey, copy.
All
If you got a fortified, do
Reloading.
so, give Bravo the support.
Hey, I got a
Team
team.
one. Team one's halfway across. They're gonna set up some defenses so they can cover us as we push across south.
Copy. I've got a squad size element or a fire team size element 135 on the road behind the trees.
117.
Gun truck's moving.
2 shooters at 1.
Yeah, I'm pretty shot.
That truck's moving.
Copy. Check that gunner. Driver.
Where's that fire team?
They're in the bushes in the tall tree at 135 from my pause.
Can you point them?
Hey, we got more
I think we're gonna
enemies,
move Alpha
like
set.
directly south.
You see my pointing?
No, come to me. We're gonna have to start moving now.
Yeah,
Coming to you.
He's by that fucking sign.
Yeah, I'm trying to conserve
I got auto. Delta, be ready. I got an auto on the vehicle too. There's something fairly heavy. Possible UMP, I'm not sure.
Bravo.
Go Bravo.
Yeah.
Hey, firm, we're ready to move on you.
Need you guys to
Moving.
pick it up. Let's
We're
go.
about to pick up and move to Charlie.
Sorry, something weird just happened. Here, a vehicle. What is that?
I don't have eyes on it.
Yes, Charlie, there is a vehicle out there. Does anyone know what it is? Yeah. Yeah, just engaged.
Smoke out.
Keep moving. There's a little bit of detonation. Captain Charlie's now out of position to engage up that road.
That's on death blade for us. Left maneuver.
Go with Delta. Go with Delta.
Team one,
Delta,
this
you
is
gotta
Team two.
fucking.
We're pushing
you gotta
behind you
fucking
now.
Go get it.
Copy.
We're obviously taking fire from right in front of us, so guns up.
Oh, and up slope too.
You engage that guy off to our left.
Negative.
Delta, you got it?
Fuck me. God damn it.
Spears, come here and cover east up this road. Spears, sound off.
This is Charlie. My assistant's down. I'm going to see if I can get him back up. think that's all you needed. I'm gonna do CPR.
Charlie, me and Doc are on our way to your time now. We're almost to you.
Copy. I don't think he's badly. He's lost some blood, but he's not coming up with just CPR. So.
Copy. You're getting shot at from your north. Sorry, southwest.
On the road, on the road.
Yeah, I see him.
I'm up.
Pushing more thing.
Spears is up. Thanks, Mike.
Look east down the road. East down the road.
Copy.
On you, Charlie. Charlie just went down on my pause. Doc, need you on my position.
Ow!
Yep, you got him.
That hurt a lot.
I got your shooter, Charlie. I got your shooter.
Good. I guess he wasn't in the building after all.
There's a second guy laying on the ground right around the corner of this wall.
Shoot him.
He's dead. He's dead.
Okay. What can I do, Mike?
Left and right arm.
Okay.
Charlie, are we taking contact with this building? Do we need to clear it?
I think he was behind the building. I thought it was coming from
Just
inside.
push in
He
more
was right
thing.
behind it. I have not
Pushing up, pushing my left this whole wall.
You're good.
Thanks, Mike. Can you clear it? Okay.
Yep. All these buildings are clearable. I'm buying it. Actually, you take the lead. I got it. Left.
Oh, you're already here.
Holding stairs.
Got a door going out.
Let's check around these outbuildings,
Go
Spears.
ahead and go up.
Copy. On you.
To the south.
Be advised, building you're on against here.
Still taking fire from out in the woods behind us.
Reloading.
We're still taking fire from the woods south of this house. 3-4.
Copy.
Moving to your right, Delta.
Keep repositioning.
link up
Keep this movement going. Don't get stagnant.
If you can link up with Alpha.
We don't have much further to go. We got about 500 more meters. We need to push east to get into that town.
Oh, you're fine. We've been burning through it, though.
Hey, do you need ammo, Bravo?
South.
Copy. We'll stay here and provide.
Alpha maneuvering. Just stay here. Get behind cover. Provide base of fire. Put some fire out there.
Copy.
Alpha's up. Go ahead, Charlie.
Alpha, let us know when you start hooking around. We cannot see you through these trees.
Alpha, I just saw you for a second. Like close to you east. I'm kind of throwing the line between the two teams.
Alpha's hooking east now. Watch your fire. That could be crossing right in front of us. Let's shift our attention more east.
Copy.
Push south.
Moving south.
If multiple contacts south, we need to clear this out so we can keep going.
Behind you, Alpha.
Doc, I need to
Frog out. Bravo on you, Sergeant.
No engaged. One-time shooter 0.
This is Charlie 2IC. I cannot move. Charlie, he's down and I'm too injured.
Copy, Bravo. We need you shifting down here right now. We're pretty close. We can't see him and we're like 25, 30 meters away from him.
Bravo. Hey, be advised, 3-4, we're giving up ground from enemy fire on the northeast.
Copy, we got multiple guys down here. Let's just set up a 360 around this. Reference
Grenade
yellow
out.
smoke. Doc's on Alpha right now, Charlie.
I'm trying to get Charlie up, but he's down. He's hurt bad.
Hey, just cover down if you're hurt.
That rock, 080. That 091 now. He's by a tree.
I'll push around with Delta a little bit east to try to get a flank on whatever's shooting us.
What's wrong with you? Oh,
No, I'm hurt bad. No, I'm hurt bad.
Alright, go help my AG
check
out.
your
I got
fire
this.
if you see movement. Oh, close! Delta, you okay?
Private, what do you need me to do?
Did you get him?
CPR.
We got a guy right next to us here, laying down Delta.
Doing CPR?
Yeah, if this works correctly, yeah, we should be pumping CPR.
I was moving your
I don't think CPR works unless he's entirely bandaged.
Get to Charlie's position. He had a guy down too. He's fucked up.
Yeah,
I'm
be
hurt bad
advised,
as
we
well.
got, Charlie team lead and Charlie AG hurt severely. AG still up.
So getting his right arm.
Copy. Doc's on his
Working
way.
on right leg.
Way. Alpha Delta, kind of keep sweeping around our perimeter, make sure we're okay. If you're not helping with the medical, fucking get security set.
Right leg on Sergeant Line.
Bravo,
Pushing
machine gun watching north.
Alpha comes.
Okay, you guys got plenty here. I'm gonna.
I'm working on myself.
Yeah, Sergeant
Okay,
Line.
one of you guys provide security.
Alright, good shit. I'm with you.
Alright, well, we're getting everybody patched up. 3-4, quick update. Objective is due east, so we're gonna pick up east once we get moving again.
Bravo cop.
Charlie, back up.
Pushing
Thanks, Mike. Spears, what's your status? You need Mike too.
No, I'm green.
He's green, Mike.
Pushing Morton.
Alright. Let's push east.
Private khaki. Hey, if my leg is blue, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's almost broken, let's say, so you'll be difficult to moving.
Okay.
Keep pushing east, southeast. Let's link back up with Alpha.
Moving.
Do you have eyes there?
Sort of. Probably better than you do over there.
Alright, but let's hang with Bravo for now.
Copy. And a vehicle audible. East.
Copy. Audible on a vehicle east.
Copy. Alright, Delta, Alpha, I don't want you guys pushing south.
Make sure you're back on team net.
I am. Trying to get eyes on it.
Do you have eyes on it now?
No, I don't see it.
There's infantry out there. Walking left and right along the wall.
Reloading.
Oh, I see it, I see it.
Sound off, Carol, you okay?
Bravo copy.
Charlie's down. Charlie's down.
Copy, can you get him out of there? That armor just hit Charlie Delta. I need you getting down here so you can see it. Apparently you can see him.
Delta, I'm on the way.
Green smoke's concealment. Charlie's up.
Charlie, back up. I can engage.
Copy. Get on it.
I smoked it.
Copy, got a rough bearing?
Yeah, it was 070.
Doc, get the Charlie. He's right back on.
We're okay, security.
Mike, I'm gonna need you too when you're done.
Copy.
Shit. Spears, northwest. Fuck. I gotta get that armor.
This Delta shot.
Are you sure?
Man, this new medical mod is brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Delta's up. Delta, I'm good. Actually,
So it sounds like all of Charlie is down. His line's not coming in over the radio either. I have no idea what's happening right now.
Charlie, where you at? We gotta get one of you guys fuckers up.
Fuck, I'm KIA.
Mike's down.
That was ugly.
Yeah, that was rough.
That was rough. That was pretty rough.
Oh, they rolled up right on top of us. I couldn't see anything. I was hurt so bad.
I was gonna pop smoke, but before I could pop smoke.
Yeah, did anybody else get blurred vision after being down?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You go completely black.
No, I mean, so they get you, you go down, they get you back up, and you've still got blurred vision for a while?
For sure.
Yeah, it's brutal. Jesus, man, KA'd 5 of us. That's crazy.
When I, went to the underworld, I saw purple smoke, so I don't know.
I was.
Can I get more ammo?
Don't go nuts. Don't get your full resupply. I mean, if you're low on ammo, then yeah, go ahead.
I got 2 mags.
Yeah, I've got half a mag.
Right. Well, when you're ready, step away from the box, and we'll send a message for reinsert.
That was pretty rough.
I feel like.
I think that's the most KIAs I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That's my first KIA.
Yeah, it's actually my first too.
It'll happen.
Alright, I got 5 belts.
Oh, I should probably get you some belts, right?
It's okay, I picked up like 6 or 7. I mean, you should, but...
Careful, if you're in the box when he tries to TP us, it could cause problems.
Get any? There's Spesh.
Hey, specialist, welcome to the realm of the dead.
We have little finger cakes, if you like those.
Yeah, it's pretty much like regular life, but you're gonna get yelled at a whole lot more.
I mean, the poll says 2 infantry. I don't know if we should use that or not.
Did we send the Android message?
Yeah. Well, no, but I sent it on. He he knows what needs to be done.
Yeah, he's gotta be looking around right now, like.
Alright, there's only 2 of us still here, so... Alright, specialist just took the poll, so...
Yeah, but we don't know where he ended up. Hold on.
Oh, he's back. There he is. Yeah. Hey, man, don't just go touching poles and not saying nothing.
Yeah, you should ask permission from the owner of the pole.
Specialist, if you're talking, we can't hear you. There you go. I thought he was just giving us the cold shoulder. Like, I'm in hell, but I'm not talking to y'all.
Isn't that bad whenever you're in hell, people won't talk to you?
Has anybody else gone deaf after getting just completely destroyed?
No.
Not deaf, I got some hearing damage, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
So I went entirely deaf for like the first 20 minutes.
Hey guys.
Oh, it's just getting worse. Hi, LT.
Teleporter right here on this truck. Just teleport to the AO. Or AOI, I think it is. Should be at least. Is it not working? There you go.
Teleport to AOI, got it.
Pause X failure on the box.
I'm back in.
Delta back in.
Alpha copies, pause it.
Yeah, everybody is set to not be hostile, but let's not get up by the ridge in case they aren't. Okay, so we got everybody here?
A-Firm, Alpha's here.
Alright. So, let's just talk about what the fuck just happened, because the firing movement's been pretty good so far, up until this little bit right here, and I think a BMP just rolled up on us and pushed our shit in. So, Cannon, did you actually hit it?
Yeah, on my end, I hit it. It exploded. It was a husk, and apparently it didn't.
Same for Alpha.
Well, is it possible there was another one out there? Because it felt like we might have been getting engaged from 2 different directions.
I'm checking her right now. That can't see us. There's something with a big gun out there. I'm just looking for it. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. Oh, yep, I know what it is. No, that probably can't see us either. So, Ares, did the BMP go up when he hit it?
I didn't see. I was trying to fix something else that was going wrong. So one thing also so you guys to know is that BMP, that was not intentional for that thing to roll up on you guys like that. You guys know the new system that we have. This shit acts on its own. Most of the time you guys have been getting hit and flanked. That's been it doing it on its own. That's not me. So I don't want you guys feel like you're fucking getting punished here or some shit. That's the AI.
No, the reason, yeah, and just so everybody knows, the reason we're stopping is just to figure out what the fuck just happened. Because with the new medical system, obviously mass cases are going to become a lot more fucking deadly until we figure out how to adjust to it. So we're just trying to, just a quick like mid-mission brief here, because like I said, it's been going good up to this point. So I know Delta shot, and then we got fucked. I think Alpha got fucked over here, right? The autocannon hit you.
Yep.
From the moment that that Delta hit it, I saw it explode, and then I got hit.
Okay, so I'm thinking the BMP got hit, so something else saw us. I'm just trying to figure out what happened. So was both of your team down?
Affirm Alpha, I had my assistant move with Delta to try to get him a range, and as soon as I moved back, he moved to me after I got hit, but he was already on his way back to me. I wasn't super far away.
Copy. Charlie, I'm assuming you guys both got just smoked too?
Yeah, as soon as the BMP was called out as catastrophic, that's when we went down as well. I think I said, "Are you sure?" Because we started getting engaged by something, and
I did hear that.
That was it.
Affirm. So the only 2 people who were up were me and Cannon. Bravo, you guys both got fucked?
Affirm, Sergeant.
Okay, no, because that's the part I was more willing to address was if fucking people weren't stepping up, because I was calling out like crazy trying to figure out who was up. So if it was just me and Cannon, then I don't have a problem with that. So the one thing I am going to say, though, is when we got armor, this used to be a pet peeve of mine when I was a gunner, because we can't do anything against it, right? So if you're not engaging it, like Delta called up, he was engaging it, fucking... I survived that, and the only reason I survived that, I think I was there when Delta took the shot, and I was there when Delta called it, and by the time it engaged, I fucking ran my ass off over here. That's the only reason I survived. So that's something with the armor, you know, I was debating whether to do this today or do something else, but this is kind of a prelude for what we're going to be doing, is making sure we're not exposed to armor, because there was one point back before, I believe it was Delta, took a shot and missed, and then just got smoked because you didn't have cover. So that's the big point I'm going to make right now with this whole mass cas and us just wiping. This, by no means, this operation or training has been meant to be easy. I've been telling Lieutenant Telefucking to push you guys harder and harder the whole time. Basically until we make a mistake like this so we can learn from it. But if we're getting engaged by armor, like we heard that coming for a while, we know it's coming. You know, obviously the AT teams are going to go out and look for it, but as soon as they find it, you know, there was plenty of security to be had sitting back shooting this way, you know, sitting back in these trees shooting north, staying out here watching a flank, right? We didn't need to all be right in here, and that's something that we like to do, is clump up. And basically, I know whatever it was, engage us like 3 times simultaneously. And with what I'm seeing out there, there's only about 2 things that could be, and the one I don't think can see us. Actually, let me, Sergeant Gray, go ahead.
Thank you, Sergeant Bird. I just wanted to say one thing on that with the clumped up. We actually, Alpha and Delta, we were holding on that hill up there because we had great eyes down into the town until that BMP came up, at which point I chose to have my assistant move with Delta because he doesn't have an assistant at the moment. And then the clusterfuck happened, and then I moved down, and then we all got killed. So the plan was to keep it spread out, but we were just trying to help Delta get that shot. So kind of
copy
from there.
Well, no, Delta got the shot. So like I said, that's not the issue, but the thing is, so apparently we're more exposed here, and this is something with the new map. We haven't had to deal with trees in, fuck, how long has it been, Lieutenant? Almost a year?
Pretty close.
Yeah, so we haven't had to deal with this in a long time, but remember, just because we can't see them doesn't necessarily mean they can't fucking shoot us. So that's something else to remember too. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck just shot me when I went to try to get Alpha up, because there's nothing out there that should be able to hit me.
Well, and one thing, Sunbird, I deleted the BMP that ran up on you guys at the end when it was clear you guys were done. So I don't know if that's what the missing piece for you is.
Okay, that probably is. So, because I'm looking in areas and I see one thing that could have fucked me up, but that's probably what got me.
So there was another BMP in addition to the one that Delta got?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a BMP. I deleted it from. It was right over there. It basically, and that's one of my issues that I had with this, is that an armor piece would not roll right up on you guys like that. I mean, why would it? It loses most of its advantage. So, but again, our new system we got, it just fucking did it. So, and I was trying to fix something else, and so I didn't see that it had done it all, so I would have stopped it. So that is one thing to take in mind as well when it comes to what happened here.
Yep. I just wanted to take a quick break because we just, we don't wipe a whole lot. And like I said, I've been trying as hard as I can to make this difficult, but break it down basically. Make sure we're sticking in cover. Make sure we got spacing. Make sure we're pulling guys back if we can. Obviously, go over all those basics. Private Khaki.
Thank you, Sergeant. I wanted to ask if I can carry more blood bags because right now I just experienced that in the new ACE stuff. Like I noticed that they lose blood faster than before. Like even slight hits, they will start losing blood faster. So that's why I was black on blood bags. And my comment was, if you get the blue thing on your leg, on your arm, it's something that I cannot treat. It's just let's say broken hand or broken leg. It's just gonna affect your movement or aim. I think that's how I read it on the form. Thank you, Sergeant.
Yep. Yeah, and to answer your question about the blood bags, for this training, if you need to take a few more, what I'm going to ask you guys is if you guys want to keep going, we'll keep going, because we're approaching the time right now. We'll push into the town, finish clearing it out. Kind of don't want to end on this, but if you guys want to keep going, we'll pick it up where we left off and continue clearing. I just wanted to get a second, where we could all talk, kind of figure out what went on here. And I know we got overwhelmed. So, Sergeant Lyon, go ahead.
Thanks, Sunbird. Has anyone tried to carry a downed teammate today?
Yes.
I have.
Was it successful for you guys?
Yes. I carried Redpath back, and when I dropped him, he died because...
All right. I had a strange experience with Alpha back in the field back there where I tried to pick him up and the prompt disappeared.
Your legs may have been fucked up?
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah. So there's a lot more side effects on when you get shot in the arm, shot in the leg, stuff like that. Khaki, good.
Thank you, Sergeant. Just for the CLS guys, if you push, let's say you bandage everything, you push morphine, you have to wait a bit till his condition be stable, so he wake up. It's not a thing that you miss. Like after, even if you push morphine and then epi, it will take some time to get him stable. Thank you, Sergeant.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point too, because I didn't know that. So I'll leave it up to you guys. I guess stand up if you want to keep going, or stay crouched if you want to call it here.
Fuck dare. Given to peer
Looks
pressure.
like a vast majority. Everybody wants to keep going. All right, let me... Doc,
Nope,
you're
peer
good on
pressure.
medical supplies, right? Because I know you were getting a little fucked.
I did spend one. I need to grab more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sergeant Bird, can I comment on the medical as well?
Yeah. You guys don't grab stuff out of there. You shouldn't need it. Y'all just came back in.
It seems as if the hearing loss aspect is connected to blood loss. Both times that I was suffering from the hearing loss or the deafness was when I had significant blood loss, and seemed to be resolved when Private Khaki gave me blood.
Okay, so this is going to be, and Doc, I'm going to ask you kind of to help me with it afterward. I want to get with you. We're going to have a big list of shit to kind of pass along to everybody else. As far Gray, if you grab a fucking banana, I'm going to put a bullet in your head.
One
I
other
didn't
thing.
have any grenades from the grenade exercise, so I went.
One other thing I was going to say for the final debrief, but in terms of compiling a list of this new medical stuff, after being brought back up one time, I still had very blurry vision, and it went away after a while. But I could not engage. I couldn't see across the road. Basically, I knew where the BMP was, but it was just all blurry, and I couldn't actually engage.
Yeah,
Pain.
I had the same thing.
Pain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ask for morphine and that'll make it go away.
Yep.
Roger.
Just ask
Yeah,
for pain.
and the other thing too I've noticed is when I'm getting sticks of morphine and I am conscious, the pain doesn't just go away; it kind of fades out. So even though you get a stick, it might go away. You just give it like 10 seconds or 20 seconds before you ask for another one, because it does take it a second. It appears to take effect.
Yeah.
Red Path, if you got a question real quick.
Thank you, Sergeant. In my CLS training, I was ordered not to use morphine on a conscious patient. Are we cleared to use that now?
No.
Or is that...
No.
Nope. Only only time you're allowed to use it is if you're trying to wake somebody up.
Copy.
Khaki, go ahead.
I just wanted to mention for the blur thing, before we were able to see if the person is having pain, and sometimes, like, let's say we deal with the pain and push morphine and then epi, but right now after we see the medical menu, we can see he have no pain, but after we push the epi and he wakes up, right away I can see he have a very very strong pain right now. So that's why sometimes when I wake him up, I tell him to stay still, but most of them are in a hurry because the situation. So that's the point. So after you wake up, most of the time you will be in a very painful time, so you need a morphine right away.
Understood.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, like I said, this new system is going to take a little bit of time for us to get used to, obviously, and that was part of the intent today. Other than that, up to this point, like I said, we've been doing pretty good. We got fucked there at a point where I don't think any amount of skill or luck would have probably got us out of that. But I did just want to take a quick second to talk about it. If y'all are good, are there any more comments, questions on that? We'll still have a debrief at the end, obviously, but let's get going so we're not wasting a ton of time.
Negative from Alpha.
Negative from Meg.
Copy. All right, let's go ahead and get our security set back up. I'm going to alter it just a little bit, and I'll let you know when we're going live.
Copy.
You good?
Alpha's moving south.
Double checking radio 134.3.
So
south of
Bravo, look east, north.
Delta's with Alpha.
Charlie, do you copy?
Turn the AI back on. Took a couple of things out, so you just took some time.
Sergeant Lyon, do you copy the radio?
A-firm, did you not hear me reply?
I can hear you talking now, but I did not hear your reply.
Huh.
I can hear you in the radio now, though.
Copy.
Alright, 3-4, let's resume our movement. Start getting our eyes out east. Keep trying to push into this town.
Alright, we're resuming movement. Keep eyes northeast.
Should we push back northeast to get some trees? It's all open from here to the...
Hey, firm, that sounds like a great idea.
Hey, there is incoming.
Me 107. Range 500 meters.
Directly east.
Copy, light them up.
Shoot him.
Hey, firm. Send it.
Draw that.
Copy.
I see it.
Charlie's idea. Move it to the northeast side of that MSR.
Alright, let's get a jump on this while they're engaging. Let's cut across, peel behind them.
Yeah, copy. Bravo's in a very...
Actually, Team 1's gonna do that. Team 1's gonna do that, so let's hold here.
Copy.
We're gonna push across.
A-firm 112.
Is that gun truck down?
Got rocking.
Pushing across.
Hey, see if you can give me like a little fortified spot up in here.
Charlie, are you good?
We're good. Just wait for Bravo at this place.
Alright.
Where's
Bravo, if you want to peel behind us.
Check net.
Everyone up.
Okay, let's peel around with
Bravo, if you want to.
FA firm. Charlie, you ready to peel?
Go ahead, Bravo.
We're gonna peel behind Alpha Delta.
Oh, I thought it was moving.
Yeah, I thought we threw.
from Bravo. That last contact.
Moving.
Yeah, I got eyes on.
White smoke, there were 3 of them there, too, moving in
Stay
those
here,
buildings.
134.
Watch northeast.
Team 1's got northeast.
Copy.
Bravo, another little rise up here that's not a terrible spot on the edge of the woods past Charlie. Hello. I'm dropping guys on the MSR left side of it as well.
Be careful, I'm over here.
I'll back up, I'm backing up.
He's down.
Guy in that red building.
Guy down the road.
Approximate bearing. We had a couple of shooters popping up over that way, Delta, if you kind of want to watch that too.
Yeah, from Bravo's position, I've got good eyes down the main ASR and...
Moving.
Hello.
Got him.
Crossing. Crossing.
In this position, we're not going to have very good sight lines until we get to the center of it. Keep engaging until we got a little lull where we can start moving them. Unless somebody's got a better, I don't see anything other than about a 100-meter dash. Copy.
Bandaging my left.
Doc, somebody's bandaging back here, it's Bravo.
I've got movement behind the orange roofed building.
I think that's what Bravo's engaging.
Copy.
Oh no, I see. That's Alpha is engaging them.
I got 1 time, 1 2 0 between those 2 buildings.
Alright, when we do it, let's do it this way. Looks like Alpha Bravo got pretty good watch up here. We'll push Charlie Delta, let's have you fall out of that position, kind of get down here with Charlie. I think that White House is going to be our best bet. To the due
So we're gonna be pushing east
I'll
to
bring
the
Doc up with you.
house with the orange roof.
Copy. Are we smoking?
As soon as Delta gets here, yeah, I think we should.
Copy. Let me know when.
3-4, do you want us to use smoke, or is that gonna obscure Alpha Bravo?
Hey, so
Reloading.
Bravo can pretty much see all the way from this road to up here. Alpha's got the left half of the cover, so we should be okay. On the road, on the road. Copy. Let's start that then, Bravo Alpha cover. I'll leave it to your discretion.
Moving.
Pick up
Double
the
time.
Straight ahead and west to the east.
Copy, we're going to stay left of the ASR, so keep everything from that ASR to the right covered.
Stay left of the ASR. Stay on
Let's
the
clear
side.
this house.
Copy.
You alright? Delta, roger.
Just took an RPG from that fortress, thank you. Delta, your assistant took around, he's trying to
Opening.
catch up.
Yeah.
Pine. Going right.
Going left.
Right clear. Continuing right. Right clear. Room clear. Building clear coming out.
Alright, we're pushing past. Pushing
Moving
past
clear.
Charlie, hitting this next building.
Copy.
Alright, Alpha Bravo, as I said, when it starts to die down, start moving up at your discretion. We're clearing this first set of buildings down now.
One set.
Delta, this is Charlie.
On ya.
Roger, opening. Fine. Alright, stairs straight, room right. Going in, going left.
Copy. Right. Right clear. Holding
Charlie,
stairs.
Delta.
There's a room.
We're gonna need you here.
Send it.
Charlie, if you could take second floor.
Holding stairs.
Alright, Roger, Smart, go ahead and go.
Doc,
Left side of the stairs.
Going right.
Copy.
Clear.
Alright, it's clear.
Alright, first floor clear.
Yeah, Doc, there you go.
Building's clear.
Good
Second
shit.
floor clear. Building clear.
Copy.
3 coming out.
Coming out.
Guys, push around.
Copy, yeah, the fortress. I'm trying to see if we got a wall between us and them.
Alright,
Taken.
let's continue moving. Continue moving east.
Moving.
Yeah, I got your kind of left, Charlie.
Raj.
It's Delta, we're moving across with Charlie. Keep that left.
Doc, keep them covered.
Alright, Charlie and Delta are set on the wall of the compound.
Alright, don't push past this opening. Just keep it locked.
Copy.
I got high, you stay low.
Yeah.
Copy. Let's push the left edge then, Bravo. You lock down that street for us.
Alright, push north.
Moving.
That's kind of
go into the next compound.
That looks risky as fuck.
Yeah,
Alright,
I don't
frags.
like this. I don't like this right here.
Alright, let's pepper them with frags, see what happens.
Frag out.
Frag out.
Frag out.
Alright, I'm pieing
Mine wasn't good. Alpha, if you can continue pushing, we could probably use some more guns up here.
Inside one of these buildings.
3-4 Delta.
Send it.
Go high.
Recommend we push north.
I'm on your shoulder.
We should circle around. There's a window.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, going left.
Getting ready to push in. We're following Charlie around. We'll hold this if y'all want to push across.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just trying to make sure somebody's got your butt.
Yeah.
He's still up. I don't know where he is.
You alright?
Yeah, it's scary as hell. I'm good.
Alright, come on, push up this wall.
Just drop 2 in this courtyard.
Oh, I see him. He's upstairs.
To your left, across the wall.
Hey, you want to take this corner and just drop 2 out here?
Delta, this is Charlie.
Send it for Delta.
Yeah, obviously there's somebody in that building that you guys are on. We sort of have you covered here if you want to push east along that road.
There's a guy coming. 1 for 1 or moving from left to right.
Delta, roger. Alright, let's push
About
around. Let's push
50
around here. We'll get him.
I'm with you. I got you.
Copy.
I got you.
Pushing
I
the
got you.
tower in the northeast.
Yeah, it looks
There's
like.
a guy.
Dropped 1. Let's keep moving.
Hello.
Good
Alright, they
shot.
dropped him.
Your entrance
Yeah,
is on the
I'm
back
bouncing
side.
up.
I'm looking through the window.
Roger.
Man, this is a tricky fucking layout.
Yeah, this is rough.
Alright, keep my left.
Alright, keep watching north as we push through here. Watch that way as we move through, and I'll watch your right.
Understood.
Moving up.
Try not to spread it out too far, but if you look clear, let's get you set up in there.
Alright,
Delta,
hold
be
ground
advised,
right.
I just breached through a window
Copy.
accidentally.
Roger.
I'm gonna be on your right.
Yep, roger. Push past. Alright, keep my left. Alpha's over there. Keep my left.
Got your left high.
Charlie's down. We're going to heavy fire.
Bravo, sound off you left.
Yeah, we're up, so you can't stand.
Good shit, Bravo. Looks like Alpha took a casualty out here.
Yeah, Alpha assistance down. It was blue on blue.
Charlie's down. Green smoke. I got you, Sergeant. I'm moving you. Or not. Hey, I need Mike on my pause. I cannot move, Sergeant Lyon.
Hey, firm Charlie, we're moving to your position.
There's a guy running around in behind us, guys. He might have just came right through where we went.
This is Alpha. I'm back by the main entrance looking for him. I'm by myself, though.
Copy. I think
Lion.
he's inside the fortress. I'm trying to push him. Doc, did you hear the last on Charlie?
He needs help immediately or he's going to be KIA.
I'm working on the
Bravo is at Charlie's position now.
What do you got, Spears?
You got CLS?
Copy. Get CLS
No.
on Charlie if you can.
Okay,
Spears,
you
you
got
should
CLS.
have it.
negative.
Alright, just give me security. That wall came down. They're all over there by that wall.
If you need somebody else to push CPR,
I don't know.
somebody.
This is Alpha. I'm moving through the center of the compound, still trying to find this guy.
I think we got him.
Hey,
I'm getting up on a second story so I can get better eyes out.
My assistant got him. He said he got him.
Copy.
Alright, someone push CPR on him, please.
Counting CPR.
I'm gonna push it into this wall and cover down.
Alpha's going to continue moving along the southern edge of this
Push
fortress.
some morphine.
Make sure we're all clear.
Copy. Yeah, be advised, there are guys trying to sneak in amongst us, so if you can get high, get some eyes out.
I
Delta
can't
back
do
up.
CPR for some reason.
Got Doc, Charlie needs you right now.
Coming.
Alright, I'm checking him.
Yeah, Bravo and Charlie AGs are working on Charlie
He
Ag.
needs blood. Hey, Charlie's stable, but he needs blood. I cannot get him up.
Doc, sounds like he needs blood. You guys good?
He's good. I cannot get him up. He needs blood.
Copy. You get somebody stick the CPR.
Alright.
You do it, Spears. I can't do it.
That's fine.
Charlie's looking east, southeast. Bravo.
He should be stable, Mike, but he needs blood.
This is Alpha. We're pushing the building that RPG came from. We see where he is.
blood.
Delta, can you move with us?
This is Delta. I'm pushing on the back. Yeah, we got eyes from 3-story building 186.
I'm gonna be
where the
okay. Provide
RPG.
security.
Copy.
Delta, keep moving east to us, and we're gonna take that out.
Yep, we're pushing around into your south.
Alpha and Delta are about to push in and clear.
Copy all. Keep the movement up, guys. We're just covering Charlie until he gets back up, and we'll start moving your way.
That little building right there.
Copy. Far left window, Delta. He's down.
It's Delta, Roger.
Been quiet out here.
We're gonna keep moving up and get this cleared.
Yeah, so far.
We could probably push up with them. Well, we'll probably end up pushing up back through the fortress up the other side and then sweep down right to the left.
Copy that, Sergeant.
What are we doing?
I think we're gonna push back through and kind of sweep through right to left. They were taking RPG fire up that way.
Okay.
We had a fucking sneak back after we got you.
Right. I think they've already came through here.
Copy, Bravo. I'm thinking the way it's going right now, we'll kind of use a pivot point to swing the squad out south of you in a counterclockwise motion, and if you can cover us.
Are they on the hill up there?
I don't have eyes.
Sounds like it's from the southeast.
Stores
Yeah,
open.
Anybody have
Yeah,
extra
I-
6 mags?
Clear.
Yeah, hang tight. Let me put him in your bag.
Bearing 213.
Probably.
Alright, you got 3.
Copy.
Just walls back here.
I need to be not here. All right, Alpha, Delta, we gotta pick it up to the east and clear this 3-story we were gonna engage from. We'll deal with that.
It's over here. Yeah, there's
Molly.
also some guys on the other side of this wall, so if they jump it.
Don't stand up, Sergeant. I'm over your shoulder.
Yep. He's lying down out there, just over defilade, like right in here somewhere.
Man, what I'd take for a 203 right now, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Send it.
Hey, we should clear a house with a bathroom in it, because I need to relieve myself.
He's down.
A shot.
That was the asshole, I believe, Alpha.
Yep, I think that was him.
Charlie just had one with an RPG pop out that orange building.
Did you get him?
Yeah, he's down.
Alright, we're gonna
Right
cross in
there.
front of you and go over there.
Yep.
Crossing.
Go. Doc, let's work with them.
Alright, let's
He was in the back of that courtyard. I'm guessing he probably came out of the building. But
Alright.
Bravo, if you're starting to look a little lonely down there and you want to pick it up north a little bit, yeah, I'll leave that up to you.
Chicken window. Target locked.
The fuck fuck is he? Did you shoot a guy? I didn't shoot a guy.
No.
What the
Is he
fuck?
behind us?
Charlie, on the street behind us on that corner we just rounded, there's a guy that just came up.
Did you get him, or is he still up?
No.
Roger, take the next one. Left seems
Left,
clear.
clear.
Roger.
Going in, going right. Clear.
Doc. Doc's down. Shoot from behind.
Copy.
I'm back.
Alright, take that right.
Gotcha. I'm fucked
Copy.
up though.
He's down.
Clear.
Ow.
Alright, let's hook it. You take right, I go left.
Copy.
Go on.
You okay?
Room clear.
Green.
Alpha, Delta, we're coming back to you.
Crossing.
Alright. We never actually
left
cleared
looks
this
clear.
building we were on.
Oh shit, coming back to you.
Hit stairs.
Yeah.
Reaching right.
Going left. Holding stairs.
Charlie, are you inside that building?
A firm.
Okay, I'm pushing around it.
First floor's clear.
Going upstairs. Going right.
Go left.
Right clear. Continuing right. Room clear.
I got a building
Building
here.
clear coming out.
Garage
clear
is
coming
clear.
out. Let's check this next one.
Copy.
Has anybody?
Let's get some security back out on that road, Kaki. You watch that way.
So they've cleared everything up to this point.
Going in, going right. Hold the stairs.
Lower stairs.
Right clear. Room clear. Right clear. Room clear.
Moving up.
Stairs.
We're clear in here. We got
Going right. Continuing right.
right.
Room clear. Building clear.
Building clear coming out.
Where you? Okay.
Yeah, this is a good spot to be. I like the slide.
Oh, there's another one.
I got him. I'm hit up.
We're engaging.
UGL. 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 Moving back inside the building. I'm on second floor of this building.
Bravo, take your position. Bears, what do you got?
Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
Not seeing him.
I only saw the one. He's down.
No eyes. No eyes. Move down.
Roger, let's push it. Okay. We're on line.
Bravo, how are your eyes from up there?
All guys, 5158. You up? He's down.
We're gonna break south.
I'm ready to fucking push this.
Sergeant, you good?
Not really.
Alright, we're doing it.
I need to step off for 1 second here. Be right back.
Copy.
Three-story building. Go get him. Alright, cool. Come back up here.
Alpha Delta just dropped the five. Not actually
I got a guy right here directly in front of me. He just tossed a frag. He just tossed a frag.
Spears is back.
Copy. Let's push south. Calling out contacts to our east.
Copy that. On your right, on your right, on your right.
Oh, those are friendlies. Those are friendlies. Push up a little bit for that little
I think we're good south. Let's start moving it back north.
Yeah, we left Bravo back there.
Alright, let's Charles.
Yeah, we left Bravo behind us. We gotta go back.
Copy.
Bravo, this is Charlie. We're coming back to link up with you.
Alright.
Blue, 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 blue.
Hey, be advised, you got guys directly.
Loop east a little bit.
Charlie's good. We're gonna peel.
Flash out.
To flank these guys.
Yeah, I see him. Alright, alright. Alright, go get him. Go get him. Lock him down. Alright, I got him. Alright.
I think they got these guys.
Out double reception.
3-4, this is Bravo. Be advised, my AG is not ammunition.
I do not have eyes. Is that a vehicle? Audible?
Keep pushing left.
Not that I'm hearing.
3-4, did you copy my last?
How much 5.56?
How many ammo you got?
Contact right now. We're just doing it for right now.
Stand by.
Copy.
I'm down to 4 mags.
I've got 5. I can give you one.
It's not me. It's Bravo assistant.
Yeah, I can give him some.
I got.
All right, if you can, he's back behind us.
Roger, we might be redistributing your ammo.
Bravo.
Go for Bravo.
Bravo. Who needs the 5.56?
Alright, A firm. He just needs to link up with my AG.
Here, hop down here.
Yeah, go deal with it, man.
A firm.
Just put him in my bag. I have my M4 in my bag.
Alright.
Go for 3-4.
Jesus fucking Alamo in here, man.
Hey,
Alright, buddy, you're good. You got 3 mags.
Hey, Charlie, I'm gonna come around and lock down the street.
Thanks for helping out.
Alright, I'm looking back on you.
Okay, pushing up.
I gave him 3, so I've only got 3 left.
Pushing more.
Understood. Feels like we're almost done here.
How you right now? You good?
Yeah.
You go in.
You healed up?
Yep, opening.
Friendly's outside.
Opening.
Fine.
Bravo,
Alright, room right, stairs straight. I'm going left.
Copy. Yeah, left clear.
Moving.
The left corner.
Oh,
Clear.
fuck.
Charlie copies.
Alright, we're gonna keep pushing.
Alright, disregard push out.
We're not gonna push all the way up to blocking. We're just gonna clear this
Stairs.
right down.
Opening door.
Let's push
Fine.
out.
Uptown's
Clear.
almost clear through.
Going in, going left.
Going right. Holding stairs.
Did you clear everything down here? Ooh, this is a nice room.
Armor audible.
Charlie copies.
This is Delta, what direction?
Sounds like north-ish.
I'm calling out all audible and armor up here to the northeast.
Copy.
Delta, roger.
Where you at?
Good eyes, Sergeant.
Negative.
I'm gonna move up.
This is Delta, right here looking northeast. Don't hear here northeast.
I can barely hear you. About northeast, I think.
Sounds pretty far away at the moment.
Keep moving.
Completely up to you.
Crossroads. It's a tank. It's a tank. It's on the road to the crossroads. 600 meters. 045.
045.
Yeah, we need to get away from that.
What was the range again?
580. 580.
Put my back line.
Alright, clear and right. Clear.
Charlie, I hit it. I don't know if it's down.
It looks to be immobile, but it's still, the gun turn's still up. It's moving. It's moving. It's moving. 560 coming down the bridge. It's looking right at us.
I'm moving to another position to re-engage.
Kinda hoping you would have shot it so I didn't fucking die.
Top clear.
What is it? Alright. There's a little fucking peeky hole here.
500 meters, 500.
I don't know if we can see out of it though. Oh no.
Copy.
No.
Green smoke's marking down friendly.
Catastrophic. Nice shot.
Alright, they
Pull him aside. Pull him aside. Pull him aside. Red path.
Yeah, we're almost down.
We're gonna hold for the rest of the squad.
Copy.
Yeah. Just behind the tree.
Make
Behind the
sure
tree.
we mark it.
There you go. All right.
Two coming out.
Work on him. I'm holding security. Work on him.
Copy.
Mike, the down guy's at Alpha's position.
Finishing head.
Doing CPR.
Don't worry, Lion. One of us loves spears. It's okay.
Bandaging.
Hey, I love to
I'm
take
pushing
you down
across
the tank.
the river just to hold security.
Oh shit, okay. Alright.
How are you doing? You okay?
Probably looking northwest.
Yeah, I'm good. Wait.
I'm injecting morphine.
It's right up here, Doc, in the green smoke.
Should wake up in a few seconds.
Right now we're just holding.
Okay, provide security.
He's back up.
Oh, cool.
There's even more town over there.
I gave him morphine.
Oh.
Copy that. Man, this is fucking stop, dude.
3-4 Delta. Are we wanting to push everyone out?
I'm back.
Copy.
Yeah, let's hold our position here if we're not taking contact.
Delta, was that you that took out the tank?
Fuck off and go somewhere. Yeah, probably watching northwest.
Charlie Green.
How you doing, medical?
I'm green.
Delta's green.
Bravo's green.
Delta, this is Charlie.
Charlie, send it.
Did you take out that tank?
A-firm.
Good shot.
Alright, 3-4, enemy's been pushed out. That's condition 4 and index.
Index.
Condition 4. Fucking retrieve. Good shit. Go ahead and index.
Good shit tonight.
Condition 4.
Charlie.
Yeah. Dude, it was rough in there, man.
Just still pushing
Oh,
some
I'm sure.
Me and him both shot up all our ammo. We're like, oh fuck.
Wee.
Delta's here.
Yeah, Bravo's up.
Alpha's here.
Somebody, Khaki, I can get a hot mic, dude.
Khaki, you're hot micing.
Hot mic.
Sorry.
There we go. Alright, so overall, other than the little stoppage in the middle, pretty good. So, even though I didn't really go over it, the shift and the reason we dismounted so far away, obviously, the focus was a little more fire and maneuver. You know, obviously we got the objective of clearing the town. We just kind of wanted to weigh out how our fire and maneuver was. Overall, pretty fucking good. We were in really solid contact, basically from if you look at your map, from the dismount Hill 5-4 all the way into town. Like that was just a running firefight the entire way. And until the clusterfuck, we really didn't take that many casualties. And like I said, that's partially I had a bunch of stuff down so that I didn't have to RC him, and then Lieutenant Tell came in to help out. But, you know, some of that kind of screwed us because they all decided to just attack. But overall, even when we were starting to get overwhelmed, good overall movement, reactions, like knowing when you could push, knowing when you guys had to hold. I don't know if you know, like I kept telling you guys kind of where to go, but I didn't tell you when to go. I thought like I like that, keep that up. Like, you know, we're gonna try to move east, but you know, kind of let the contact dictate how we're gonna do it. Obviously, we don't want to lose initiative, but we don't want to go plowing into 500 people that are all angry at us. So like I said, up until the mass cast point where we all died, like we already talked about that, so I'm not gonna dwell on it. The last armor engagements, Charlie, I have no idea where the fuck you were. I did see Delta when he took the second shot. But like that, I was just doing that just to see what we look like, and you guys used cover a lot better. And I noticed people scattering when I started shooting at you, which was good too. So make sure we're doing that. Yeah, other than that, like I said, the fire and maneuver bounding portions are really good. Like I said, the big thing still is, I know everybody wants to get eyes on the armor and help everybody out, but you know, once somebody has it, basically, you don't need to really push it to try to watch it unless you're trying to shoot it. Because I did drop somebody. It was an assistant. I didn't even mean to hit you, but I think there were 4 or 5 guys standing next to that red building. The guy taking the rocket shot wasn't there, but I saw the 4 other guys around somebody that were doing, I don't know what you guys were doing, like looking for me or what, but because I saw one guy, I ended up dropping a guy that I didn't even see. So everybody being concealed when armor shows up is huge. As far as comms, don't have a lot. I mean, there's a little stepping on each other, but overall pretty good. I mean, up to par once you guys got going. Like I said, the fire and movement part, which is kind of what I wanted to work on and get everybody used to the new map, was good. The fighting in trees, I think everybody kind of realized how important fire and maneuver is going to be. Where if somebody's coming from, let's say we're coming down the road and actually hitting them at a 90-degree angle, you know, and getting the flank, you know, enveloping an enemy is important, especially in trees because you're so fucking close and you can conceal yourself at distances of less than 100 meters pretty effectively. So that's something we'll continue to kind of work on going forward, but overall is kind of get back into the swing of it. I'm pretty happy. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot else other than the big thing to stress is when there's armor, get your head down. And these were, for those of you that were here, I think it was our last squad training. The intent and my intent, because it's harder, is going to be to focus on regular forces, right? So the OP4 that was down today is regular Russian army. That's why they take 20 shots to fucking put down, unless you hit them in the head. So that's kind of the intent, as I've been told. I don't know if it's what the next deployment's going to be, or what we're getting ready for, or anything like that, or what the FTX is going to be like. But you know, we're going to start preparing more against regular army instead of this fucking insurgency shit. So the difficulty is only going to go up from today. Like, this was meant to be hard, but it's only going to get harder. But overall, like I said, pretty good job. I think we already touched on most of the bad stuff when we got back up. There's a ton of stuff for Ace Medical. So if I know, I'll stick around afterward with Doc, and we'll probably put a little report together. More for him to send up his chain. I'll send up the stuff that I think is important for the platoon to know. But if you guys want to stick around for that a little bit, we won't go over it all here in case people got to go. So I'll go ahead and send it down the line. And before I do, thanks, villains. Alpha.
Thank you, Sergeant Bird. First, thank you, Fillins. I had 3 quick points. The first one was that first squad that we engaged that was, you know, 30 feet from us on the other side of the road. I didn't see them because I was busy looking down the road at that squad that was moving across us. That was like a bit of tunnel vision on my part, but that perfectly stresses what Sergeant Bird was saying earlier about, dude, trees can ruin your day because somebody can get right up on you and you won't even know it. So it's just something we have to be really vigilant about in the future. Number 2, the mass cas that led to the PAWSX earlier. I just wanted to stress again for the 80th time, like everybody else. If we're gonna mess something up, it's better to do it in training than, you know, in an op. Not that, you know, like we handled that necessarily poorly, but you know, it's good to learn from our mistakes when we can. in training environments. And the third one was there was a point I noticed towards the end where I saw Bravo with his assistant get on top of a roof of a small shack to engage the enemy. That is why we have advanced movement. Obviously, there's situations for it and situations where you shouldn't be doing it, but that was a perfect example of why we have this implemented, and people should make sure that they're using it in situations where it provides us with that advantage. That's the whole reason we have it. Good shit, Bravo. That was it. Thank you, Sergeant.
Copy. Yeah, thanks. So, one comment on the advanced movement too, though. Remember, if you got to climb up on something, if you get shot, the medic's got to climb up there and fucking get you down, or somebody has to. So that's all I'll say about that. Feel free to use it, but use your fucking head if you're gonna use it. Bravo.
Yeah, thanks, Sarge. The only thing that I really have, so when we're moving through the woodlines, you know, it's defined like by Battle Drill 1 Alpha, right? It's base of maneuver and fire. So when we do that, right, like that first team needs to stop, engage, and open up, and then that second team needs to maneuver around. I think we did that pretty well today. I think the only thing we could improve on is there needs to be shift and lift fires coming over the radio, right? There's a lot of times that I was running in front of gun lines, and I know we can see each other, but if we were engaging dudes a couple 100 feet out, like it starts to become sketchy where that line actually lies. And I don't think anybody would shoot anybody else on purpose, but or you know, on accident. I think we're pretty good about that, but it's just one of those things I guess I can bring from the real world to this. You know, just communicating those shift and lift fires when we're clearing through an area.
Yep, absolutely.
That's all I had.
Yeah, I would love to hear more of that, especially within the squad. All right, thanks, Bravo. Charlie?
Nothing from Charlie. Everything seemed to go pretty smoothly. Quick question. Someone can remind me, what does blue mean on the medical menu?
Like it's a new thing. It's like a broken limb. It's just going to affect your aim.
You're not bleeding like you're bandaged, but you're still hurt. Okay. So it takes it a little while to heal.
Okay. Is that why I'm still seeing? Yeah. Is that also why I'm still seeing blood on my uniform?
I don't know.
I've got the same thing, Sergeant Line, but I'm fully good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, those are bruises.
So I know. So on full ace, blue means it's patched. Then there's a chance it'll reopen again. I know we're not using full ace, but I don't know.
Yeah, Mike, did you have...
Yeah, Mike had something on that. Yeah.
Thank you, Sergeant. Actually, for that, as I told you, I did read on the Sergeant Hardman form, and it said it will affect your movement and your aim accuracy. So, as it's like whenever it get more blue, it's gonna be gonna affect you more. Same go for chest, because one of you guys, I did try to give a CPR for him, and his chest was blue, and I couldn't, so I had to push epi. So I did experience some new stuff also. Thank you, Sergeant.
Yep. Gerlach, go ahead.
Thank you, Sergeant. So I'm reading from the official ACE forums, and I think everyone should know this because I just read it right now. Light yellow to dark red on wounds. It's bleeding wounds. Darker means faster bleeding rate, so light yellow to dark red. Dark blue means bandaged wounds, and light blue means stitched. Wound descriptions are prefixed to indicate if they are bandaged with a bracket B or stitched with a bracket S. Coming from the official ACE forums.
Yeah,
that's for advanced medical.
The stitch is for advanced medical, so when you stitch it, it goes blue. That means it's fixed. If I remember right. It's been so long since I played it, I don't remember though. So Delta.
Thanks, Sergeant. The only thing I had was pretty much what all the other team leads covered, so that's all I got. Thanks, villains.
Yep.
I had one last thing. I actually forgot about Bird.
Open up to the floor. Go ahead, Alpha. If anybody else got something, see your queue.
Thank you. Just one quick thing for the new guys that I've noticed that I keep forgetting to bring up. For the sake of everyone being able to see what you're typing and what you're drawing on the map, if you guys hit the comma or period keys, it'll cycle through your chats on the bottom. In general, we will use side channel because everyone will see that. So you could do a comment in the wrong channel and the person might not see it. Same thing with drawing on the map. So just like that. See, Private Spears was in, I think, global, and then in side chat. Just like the etiquette that we use to make sure that everybody sees your drawings on the map and your comments.
Comment on that. Drawing on the map, like if you put a marker down, like what I did for like to clear the blocking positions, we are only supposed to do that. I believe it's in group chat once we're in the field.
Oh yeah, in the field. Yeah, I just meant like
Oh yeah, okay. You're talking for typing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's to simulate that we don't all have our fucking maps GPS linked. So
Yeah. In ops, it's different. I'm just saying, like, if you're setting stuff up beforehand, most of the time we do stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Doc, I forgot to call on you. I know you've been talking a lot today. We got anything else?
Thank you, Sergeant. Actually, no.
Okay. Yep. Sorry, I forgot about you.
It's okay. We always get forgetting.
Spears, you had
Not
some...
always.
Yeah, that's an Arma thing. When it happens, it happens.
Be right back.
Got armored.
Yep. Yeah, so we try not to do that, and that's something, obviously guys like to shoot us through walls. So we try not to let that happen, but it does happen sometimes. So, yeah, you got armored. Gerlach?
Thank you, Sergeant. Real quick, I was trying to do CPR on Sergeant Leon when he was down, and via the medical menu and Ace and Rack, I could not do it via his torso. I don't know why that wasn't working for some reason.
Sure, if you got the answer.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's a kickstart. I misunderstood that too. So yeah, a whole bunch of new shit on the Ace Medical. Obviously, like I said, will be some to report up. Don't want to keep you getting... Fuck, this training went way over time. So don't want to keep you guys any longer. Apologies for running way over, but I hope you guys had some fun, even though we got our shit pushed in a little. But that was the intent, and you guys did pretty good. So y'all are dismissed. Got attendance and everything, so enjoy the rest of your Saturday, since we don't have anything else to do today.
You too, Sergeant.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Me, Cannon, and Redpath had bananas.
I know you fuckers did.
Why would you rat me out after you left? I'm still here.
Redpath,